Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Poker House, coming to you live from Poker House Fort Worth. I'm here with Lorenzo.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
All right, what do we have today? DJ's game.
DJ is not present today. I had some business to take care of. We knew a couple days ago, so this is just 1-2 Wednesday. Same game. Just DJ's not going to be the one hosting it today, so
Perfect.
yeah.
We're still gonna have fun regardless, though.
Still gonna have fun, yeah. Got a lot of good players at the table, so hopefully we'll some pretty good hands here.
Yeah, let's see. I guess we're gonna
Starting with the bomb pot.
start with bomb pop. First hand being dealt off.
$5 ante.
We'll introduce the players as it scans across the tables. This should be a good mix of people in the house, though. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
First hand coming off.
Dealer Carlos in the box.
Yep. Matt Cohen here, commentating along with Lorenzo. So
Yes, sir.
it's always fun to start off the game with the bomb pod.
Yeah. All bomb pot stream would be pretty great. $40 pot to start us off.
80 means there's 8 people in the game right now.
Must be someone sitting out.
First board runs out Ace Jack 8 Rainbow and then Ace 8 Deuce Rainbow for the second board.
All right, there's an ace and an 8 in the first hand off the bat.
Yeah. That looks like it was a fast check around from everybody.
He's got him on the top and bottom board, 2 pair. Not sure what else he got. It's moving through the action pretty quick. Lots of checks. And our first bet.
Yep. Bruno Trip Deuces on the bottom board.
Trip deuces. What does he got? Jack on the top.
He does.
Yeah.
But looks like there's 2 pair up top. Aces and 8s up top. Well, I believe Supercat, she just improved to top 2 pair aces and queens.
Yeah, there you go.
But however, as she does that, she actually makes a straight as well. She makes the queen high straight. She has 9-10.
Gotcha.
So
We're going to chop this first spot.
yeah, Rogelio, he unfortunately makes aces and queens as well, but will lose to the straight, and the trip deuces will take the other half of the pots. Yeah, I like it.
Yep, Cam showing his 10-9 there.
He's like, I got it straight here.
Yeah.
He's I guess Carlos is having some confusion for a moment, but yeah,
I think he's just making his way around the table.
Yeah, well, they both have aces and queens, but
Yeah.
yes, Cam does in fact have the
Cam's
queen
saw
high
it
straight.
first and just wants to.
Yeah, he's gonna make sure the dealer sees it as well.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes. All
Yeah.
these cards fly over. It's hard to see them all in the
Yeah.
moment. Well,
Yeah, the players have that brief advantage of knowing what they have and then seeing, in this case, it was the other 2 hands on the board.
Especially-
Carlos had to look at all 3 individually, so it took him a little bit longer to catch up to
and
Cam.
it's even worse when they check it all down and then like 7 people just turn their hands up. And you
Yeah,
have to read them.
right.
As a dealer, you'd have to read them all at once. Like,
Yeah.
okay, give me a second, guys.
Yeah,
I'll read them and go.
these bomb pots, I couldn't imagine having to deal them.
What's easier is usually by the time if 2 people have strong hands, the pots get big and there's down to 2, so it's just really 2 hands you read towards the end. But
Right.
yes, yeah, we got Daryl in the 5 seat, Cam in the 6, and then we got Supercat, Trish in the 7,
There's Pat going by Patty Mac. And
Patty Mac
C8.
today in the 8. We have Miss Janice in the 2 seat. Michael Flowers is in the 3. Who was in the 1 seat? Did you see who that was?
I don't remember who it was. I guess we'll get around
Bruno.
to it. Bruno, that's correct.
Bruno's in the 1. That's correct. Well, there are the cards. Rogelio, he has pair of jacks, queen kicker, and he looks like he's going to just take that one down right there on the turn. So it was a fast first hand of Hold'em, and we'll move on to the second hand.
Yeah. There you go.
Very nice. Moving on to hand number 2, Hold'em.
Third hand of the night.
Yep.
Folds a jack 5.
Ryan in seat 9 fold. Bruno with a pair of 5s. Looks like he's going to raise it up to $15. Miss Janice calls. Well, she smooth calls a pair of kings.
Yeah, there you go.
A little sneaky. Thought could easily would have suspect she would have three bet would have raised that. Yeah, thank you for. I don't know why I'm tongue tied today. I apologize.
I do like the queen jack suited and even the 10-6 suited.
Oh, but this might get messy because Bruno has flopped a set of 5s.
Yep.
And currently has taken the lead over Genesis.
There is
pair
no
of kings.
flush draw on the board.
Trish has a gutter for a 7. She would make an 8 high straight. Maybe some running hearts, but big bet from Janice. What is that, about $45 it looks like?
50.
50, yeah.
Looks like that's a call, so we're going to the turn with pairs.
No, that's a raise, sir.
Oh.
That is a raise from Bruno. So
100 playing defense.
And then it looks like she's.
Janice is all in.
And I don't think he's going to be able to fold this. So third hand in, Lorenzo.
Already got some.
The blood shed. There we go.
That's a call.
That's a call.
Janice needs one. There's one king left in that deck, and Janice needs it.
She needs a king. She needs a miracle 6-7 perhaps to chop. In bad shape. There's the first miracle.
Yeah. Oh, now she can get that 7.
Yep.
She doesn't get it though.
She doesn't get it though.
Bruno takes it with the set of 5s.
Blood is shed, as I said. Did you ever play Dota, Lorenzo, as a kid?
I never played. What is it?
Dota, Defense of the Ancients.
I never played Dota.
Yeah.
No.
There was a game I played as a kid. Some people might know who it is, probably not. But it's a 5-on-5 like MOBA game, you know. And then whoever makes the first kill, you get the bonus gold for that team does in the experience. Sure. And it goes, you know, it's like first blood, you know, first blood.
Okay.
And there it was right there.
Yep.
Dumb reference, but moving on.
3 hands into the night, we have all-in crush.
Yep. Well.
With 5s.
5s, yep.
Yeah.
Those sets, when you hit those sets, they're gonna usually crack the big pocket pairs. Bad start for Miss Janice, but she can rebound. I bet she can.
It looks like Carlos is dealing around her. I don't think she returned to the table.
She might need to take a little break after that one. Yeah. I don't blame her. I mean, so seat's open for anybody who wants to come down and come on play the live stream.
Yeah, but that's an empty seat there.
For now, it is.
Daryl with King 8 suited.
Cam with pair of aces.
Oh yeah, didn't even see that.
See what happens.
He's reaching for the chips.
That's gonna be a raise.
Just to 30.
Modest little raise to 30.
Yeah.
Let's see who wants to come along for that price.
A lot of players in the room would go default all in with pair of aces.
He wins it though.
Yeah.
Daryl lets it go. It's always nice to win a small pot as opposed to losing a big one, so I'm sure Cam will take it.
Would have been nice for him to have at least one caller there, but
yeah. You start getting 3 or 4 calls with aces, you're not exactly sure what you want to hit.
Yeah.
Obviously, just other than the ace on the flop. That was a fast one right there. Moving on to the next one.
Mark, yes, there are. We do this $1, $2 blind live stream every Wednesday at 7 p.m. The game starts at 7. We go live at 7:15. If you're interested in playing, you should be here by 6:30. That's the best way to reserve your seat. And we have a ladies' night live stream every other Sunday. So we just had one this Sunday. The next one's going to be 2 Sundays from now. That's going to be from 3 to 6. We do live streams for our bomb pot tournaments, $1,500 guaranteed every single Friday, and any special events like our more recent $50,000 Summer Jam 2. We did that basically every day that we had a flight. So
You're not going to touch that question?
not going to touch that question. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll acknowledge that it's there though, but
We're trying to stay politically correct here
Yeah.
in the year 2024.
we don't want to cross any boundaries. Guys.
Yeah, we don't want to offend any people. We we don't want to get canceled today.
Yeah.
In this hand right now, Cam has pocket fours.
Mark says chicken. We
Two
got to
share.
play it safe when we're online
Yeah.
here.
You know how it is in corporate America these days.
Right. Yeah.
Going to the flop 5 ways. Cam with a pair of fours, flowers with ace jack offsuit.
Yeah.
And once again, another set gets flopped.
we
Cam,
go.
bottom set.
And pretty close to the straight for Daryl there.
No, it's, Daryl has a pretty strong hand. I guarantee
Yeah.
there's going to be some action because he not only has a straight draw, he does have a king-high flush draw, so he likes to flop as well.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And even Patty Mack
Patty
also
Mack
with
the 5, yeah.
Did Daryl fold? Oh, I'm confused. Did I look at the graphics correctly? Because I don't think he would have folded right there. Okay, there it
He's
is.
still in. There we
He's
go.
still. I was to say, look at the. I was like, there's no way he folded that hand.
Mark, we'll see you this weekend. We got some interesting tournaments going on for you.
Yes, we will look forward to seeing you, and we will absolutely. If you're interested in playing on the stream, we can put your name on the list as well if you want to reserve a spot if you get here early.
Yeah. Every Wednesday. $241 pot here going into the turn. 3 players.
It's not going to help
8.
anyone,
Yeah.
but see what happens here.
Some defense going on. It's like everyone calls.
Okay, I wouldn't have been surprised if Cam would have. Oh, I would say he does raise. He does make it 100 to go. So 100 to go right now. You got river card coming, deuce, and those straights do get filled. So Patty Mack and Daryl both river the same 6-high straight, and the set of fours does get cracked that Cam was holding. He doesn't like it. He's disgusted, and rightly so. Yeah, when he throws it, slams the cards in the muck, he was not happy with that river card.
Yeah. Moving into hand, is that 6 if I'm...
This will be, no, that was hand 6. They're chopping it up right now. We'll be moving into hand number 7.
Gotcha.
Guys, I wanted to take a moment to appreciate my coworker Lorenzo. He is having to multitask this once again. He's trying to commentate with me, but he's also running Action Tracker. So he will be wearing 2 hats today. And if I stumble and fall because he's having to work, extra hard, I'm going to do my best.
Mark, you will see a pretty decent amount of the same staff from our Dallas location. Yes, sir.
I actually am one of the staff members who did work there, and yes. So you'll recognize some faces. Should be hand number 7, I believe, Lorenzo. Is that correct? Maybe not. It still
I
shows
think
6.
we're on hand 8, yes, sir.
Oh, is that 8? My eyes are getting terrible, I guess, so
Oh,
in my old
no.
age. Bruno limps in with the ace-6 offsuit. Aaron has taken Janice's spot, so Aaron is now in the game. Flowers raises to 15, has ace-queen offsuit. Moving around. Daryl call with a 10-9 of spades. All the way back to Bruno. And we have 5 players going to this flop. Flop comes Queen 6-4 rainbow, and Flowers definitely likes that flop. He has flopped a pair of queens with an ace kicker. He bets it. $30 to Cam's going to call with an up and down straight draw. Needs a deuce or a 7 to fill that straight. And Bruno lets his pair of 6s go. So there'll be heads up going to the turn card. 9 of diamonds does not improve Cam. Now it looks like the $100 bet coming from Flowers. He's going to protect his hand.
Got to play defense with that queen.
Yeah, but I think Cam was just pot committed, and I don't think he had much left. So he's calling. He's going to gamble. He's going to gamble. They might run it twice. I have to find out right now. Nope. I guess they just ran it once, and ace is up. Aces up are going to win the pot for Flowers. So, $312 pot going his way.
Nice.
Lorenzo, are you sweating yet, buddy? I know you're working hard over here.
Not quite sweating yet.
All right, man. Oh, you were moving, right? You said you moved into a new apartment?
Yeah, moved to a new apartment.
This guy, he just the movie crate alone of all the movies he had to bring into his house probably weighed like double his weight.
Yeah, something like that. And the shelves for them weren't easy to carry either. One flight of stairs though, so it's not that bad.
If you should have called me, I would have helped you. I mean, is it first level or second level or how many levels up?
It's the second floor, just the one flight of stairs.
Second floor, I probably would have helped you. If you said third, I might have been out on that one.
I didn't want to put you out, man. It was some. It's hot out too, so it wasn't. Wasn't fun.
I hope you're enjoying the new spot. Then, congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Aaron calls ace deuce suited, and then Daryl with the queen 10 suited in spades calls as well. It's on Cam. Cam just calls with the ace 10. Orion in the 9 seat with the king queen offsuit. He's in the small blind. He's thinking about it. Call. All right, we got 5 players.
Some pretty good.
Some good-looking hands, right?
Board, yeah.
Let's see who appreciates this hand or the flop the most out of all these.
Let's watch everyone get nothing on this flop.
It happens all the time. Trust me. Well, I see the spades. I know Daryl's gonna let that flop. He flopped queen high spades, but nobody has a jack. So let's be interested to see how this progresses from here. I think I'm just gonna be check around, and yep, like I said, nobody has a jack. Now with the queen of the clubs on the turn, this is where Daryl's definitely gonna bet because I believe with the top pair and the flush draw, I don't see him not betting. And he in fact does. It looks like $20. Yep. $20. Cam's calling. He needs a king ball.
Yeah.
King to fill the Broadway straight. Ryan obviously calls with his. He's got the better kicker. Pair of queens with king kicker. River card. 4 and Orion's his hand will hold up. He does have the better kicker, so he cannot lose if he does not fold. And I believe he's gonna call that. I don't see him folding for $20. That might even be a raise in his hand. Nope, call. And Orion wins that pot.
Mm-hmm. $110 pot.
Quick and easy.
Oh, I think you were right earlier when you asked if it was 6 or 8, and I said 8, because that was the end of hand 7 just now.
Okay. Yeah, well.
Now we're on hand 8, though.
It's all good. Next hand, hand number 8, being dealt out.
Some instant folds.
Yeah.
They call them snap folds, don't they?
Yeah, I mean that happens like this. It's a snap fold is basically when the guy doesn't even have he has like the hand on the chips, and before he even really picks them up or moves them over the betting line, like the guy's cards are already in the muck. That's
Gotcha.
what you could define as a snap fold. I believe Ace 3. Somebody had 2 pair. No, maybe not. I thought somebody had Ace 3, but it looks like it's just Daryl and Bruno in this pot right
waiting
now.
for a 2 to turn that wheel.
6 will do it as well. Is what you, it's what you. This is what you call a double belly buster straight draw. The deuce would make him the 5 high straight, and the 6 would also make him a straight. But he doesn't go for it. I guess he folds, and Bruno wins that pot. What have you learned about poker since you've been here, Lorenzo? Anything new and
I've
exciting?
learned that there are no truths about poker.
Oh yeah.
Only rules.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules. A lot of rules. A lot of I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say ethics, but it's all very subjective. It can be bent. You know, some people like to push the envelope a little bit.
Yeah, and there aren't as many Kenny Rogers fans as you would think.
Oh, Kenny Rogers? No, the Gambler? How do you not appreciate that song?
Yeah, that's what I mean. You would think, as an outsider to the poker world, you would think that that's like the Born in the USA of the poker world.
Yeah, it's a theme song. In this hand, it looks like we still got 6 players. There's been a raise. Rogelio, he raises with the King Queen offsuit. Daryl comes along with 10-6 suited and diamonds. Cam's coming along obviously 10-9 of hearts. Super Cash, he's in there with 10-9 offsuits. Yeah, this might be 7 ways going to the. I think there's 7 players. What is this? Yeah, there has to be 15. What's 120 divided by 15? What is that? It's a lot of money.
It's about 7. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody had hearts. I know that. That was Cam. We got some straight draws. Daryl has an up and down straight draw. He needs a 3 or.
Oh
an
no,
8.
that's 8. 120 divided by 15 is 8.
I didn't want to embarrass you on camera, but
took me a while to do that math.
Yeah, it's okay. It's been a while since algebra. I understand.
Yeah. That's why I don't deal, everybody.
Oh my gosh. You'll get there one day, man. All right.
Daryl with the 6 there.
Did someone spike a jack on that? Yes, Aaron,
Yeah,
indeed. I believe he takes the lead with the pair of jacks. We have some straight draws. We have flush draws. We have all kinds of draws. But right now, Aaron, he bets the 20. It looks like we're going four ways now. We get some callers. Let's see what happens. The 9. I think that bricks everybody else as well. The pair of jacks, in fact, hold up. And Aaron's going to win this pot. Yeah, Cam pays it off, hoping his nines are good, but he's gonna see the bad news. Bruno folds, yeah. So Aaron's gonna show his top pair of jacks, and then Cam, he got squeezed in there because he wrote a pair of nines, just wasn't quite strong enough.
Yeah. What was the size of that pot there?
I believe that was like a good like 280 or so,
Nice.
290.
Yeah.
It was 120 before the flop came,
Right,
and
yeah.
then it it increased. So like I said, there'll be more blood today.
Yeah.
There always is.
Yeah. Started off with some pretty good hands. First 3 hands we had pretty brutal all in.
Yeah, Miss Janice, she had the pair of kings that got taken down with a set of fives. All right. Oh, I guess Cam is all in. He in for $13. Looks like Supercat's gonna raise. It looks like she puts at least $40 right there, or raises to 49 exactly. San Fran 49. Folds around, and Flowers here picks up a good hand himself. He has ace queen suited. It was not 49. It was 40 like I thought it was.
Gotcha.
That was my fault. I read the graphics wrong. So we'll have a side pot here. We have Trish, Supercat, and Michael Flowers will be in the side pot. Cam's in the main. And there will be action on the side. One player is all in. 3-8-5, 2 diamonds. Once again, Flowers flops a very nice hand.
Still needs one more diamond to make that flush, but
he does, and he gets there. He doesn't. It's not the diamond; it's the queen. The queen will scoop him the pot. Cam had it for a brief second. He caught the 10, which he needed, but unfortunately, the queen sinks him, and he will not win the main pot. So Michael will win both the main and the side. He had a good hand. He had a good draw. He made a good river card, I should say.
Let's see if Cam makes his way back to the table here.
Yeah, some. Like I said, a lot of damage, and we're only 11 hands in. So if we're on this trajectory, there's going to be even more damage before the night's over.
Carlos isn't dealing to seat 6, so I don't think he's back.
He might just taking a break. If not,
he might have just made his way to the cage and.
Yeah, I mean, he might just be grabbing some more checks. We'll see. Supercat limps in with the ace 8 suited in hearts. Patty Mac as well limps in. He has the jack 7 of spades. So far, these are just everyone's limping in. No, there's no raises yet. There is a raise. I stand corrected. Rogelio, he raises to 16 with a pocket pair of 9s.
And there's Cam making his way back to the table.
Cam did not come here on one bullet, sir.
Right.
I know. If I know Cam the way I know Cam, he didn't come here just to. He doesn't have just one bullet in the chamber. I promise you that. So, here we go. We got looks like 6-way action. Flop coming out to be King 7-10, 2 diamonds.
So there's Daryl with the flush draw.
He has a not just a flush draw. He has an inside straight draw to make Broadway. Jack will get him there as well.
Patty Mac with the 7s.
Yeah, Aaron also
Aaron
7s.
with the 7s.
Ace kicker. A lot of the aces are dead though, so the chances of an ace coming are real slim from here on out. There's only one ace left in the deck, I believe. Turn card. There's the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, Daryl by far has he has the best hand now.
Yeah, at the very least, a pair of queens.
No, that's all I need. I mean, he's definitely winning this foot race right now against the other two players in the hand because the nines now are way behind. He had the lead for a minute, but and he didn't need it. But there's the now Daryl knows for sure that he has the best hand. He made the ace side, the nut flush,
There we go.
and he will win this pot. It just the question is if anybody wants to pay this off. I don't see anybody paying it off. I don't think. I just think the board ran out too scary for anybody with what they hold to continue. But as you know, Lorenzo, I have been wrong plenty of times before on this stream, so we will find out.
Yeah, I'm working on a clip reel, a highlight reel of all
Yes,
the times
please.
Matt's been wrong.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's about 2 seconds long, sir.
Yeah. Nah, I'm wrong all the time. Aaron, yep, there goes those cards in the muck, and like I said, Rogelio calls. He's not gonna like what he sees.
Daryl with a $256 pot coming his way.
That is correct. Like I said, he didn't need it, but he got the diamond to make sure he knew for certain that he was gonna win that pot. And number 12. Looking like they have to set the deck down on the felt to refresh it, and now we continue. Now we'll continue to deal with the next hand. Oh, looks like this is gonna be a bomb pot. Bomb pot. Do they change bomb pot? I was just telling them that do they change bomb pot? So.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Yeah. You gonna go see the new Joker movie that's coming out pretty soon? Are you more of a Marvel guy or a DC fan or what?
I just whatever looks good to me is what I'll see.
That's true too.
Yeah. First Joker was a little too derivative for me. I'd rather just watch Taxi Driver or King of Comedy than.
Right.
It was fun in the theater though.
Yeah.
It's just the rewatch value. I don't know how high it is for me.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I've only seen it once myself. I didn't find it have much salvageable rewatch value myself.
Right.
So
I bought it.
that was one of the
Because of
that was one of the movies you carried upstairs with you in the new apartment. All right, let's get down to which hands we have left here. Continuing, Bruno doesn't on the top board. Bruno flops the nut straight. He has the 5-4, and bottom, and then Cam on the bottom board has kings and fives, and we have straight draws. Everybody still has a little piece of something. So let's see what happens with the turn cards. It changes everything on the turn. The eights and the eight. The flush on the bottom absolutely comes in. So Ryan has made the nut flush on the bottom board. And on the top board, Cam gets actually lucky here, and he makes the higher straight. He makes a 9-high straight, which is currently going to be the best hand for the top board. So Cam can't go anywhere. He knows he has the nuts on the bottom. Richard says, I'm wondering if that's the Patty Mac from the old Butcher days. If it is, tell him Boston wishes him all the best. I will do that, sir. I'll make a note to do that before I leave. I am not sure if that is him or not. The Butcher days were a little bit. I'm only kind of young, so I mean, I'm kind of
I'm
old, but
pretty
I'm
young,
not. Yeah,
so
I'm just saying, Butchers was a long time ago. Those are some old days he's referencing here. I think I played Butchers one day and never went back. He used to do this weird thing where he would run a game where he would offer insurance to players at the game, and it would slow down the action. And I'm just like, I can't do this again. This is just, every time it's like, well, do you want insurance? You have two pair versus this guy's, straight and flush draw. Do you insurance? I'm like, hey, can we just play some poker, please?
Yeah.
I'm not interested in this insurance, negotiation.
yeah.
Aaron's thinking about it, but he's got two pair. His tough decision.
Richard, going back to 2005 and 2006, I was 3 and 4 years old then.
Yes, sir. And in 2005, he says, I remember that. Yeah, I know, I do too. In 2005, sir, that was the year I graduated high school. So that was that, I wasn't quite in the poker scene back then. But I definitely did play at Butcher's a time or two. And Butcher's a good guy, and I like him a lot. And that's all I'll say about that. No, he's right about that. It wasn't the sexiest place, like room in town, but in Mansfield or whatever South Fourth area, that was definitely where the action was for sure. I remember that too. All right, guys. Well, like I said, I'll make sure to get a chance to ask him. A lot of money going in. We're still in the same hand.
$900 bomb pot here.
9 and 9. So, Orion still has the best hand on the bottom. He still has the ace high flush. Cannot be beat. And I can't remember. Maybe that 9 gets him there as well.
Cam moves all in.
Bruno actually gets very lucky because with that 9 on the river, he actually makes the same straight, I believe, to the 9. Oh, no, I don't think he does, actually. He only goes to the 8. If he just has 4-5, he would need another card, a 6 or a 7 in his hand. I don't think he has that. So Cam still has the best high hand on the top board, 9 high straight. Yeah. Yeah. Richard said it was in Kennedale. You're right. I just knew it was South Forward. That's all I knew. I thought it was. Thank you, sir, for correcting me.
Yep.
We're talking. Lorenzo here with me. He like I said, he was a mere like 5 years old in 05, 06.
I was 3.
You were 3.
I was 3 and 4 in 05.
Just a baby, sir.
What are we on? Is it 13?
Yep, lucky number 13. Moving on. That hand took a little bit of time, but it was a tough one. Bomb pots can be tricky. They're dangerous. You can have something on both boards. You need to brick off to have the best hand, or you need to catch to hit the both. It goes both ways. Sometimes those certain turn cards and river cards just sink your hand. Patty Mac, Ace Jack, offsuit. Just
Ace
look,
Jack, Patty Mac.
there you go. Give a dog a bone.
Give a dog a bone.
There you go. Straddled hand, by the way. I believe it's the straddled hand because they're all calling. They're calling 5. I'm right there with you, Richard. Yes, when I work with Lorenzo, I do feel old, and you know, and it's all relative, but he makes me feel old some days.
Some pretty good hands here.
Yeah, not too shabby. Nothing monstrous, but Ace Jack looks like a best hand right now, but the flop can change everything. Super Cat, I believe, raises it up to 35. Patty Mac calls with the Ace Jack offsuit. Bruner calls with the Jack 10 suited in spades. Everybody got priced in. We got 5 ways. Even maybe the Seven-Deuce game's in play because I see Seven-Deuce calling his hand too, which I don't see why they would if the Seven-Deuce game wasn't in play. Do we know if it's in play or not?
Seven-Deuce is in play today.
Okay, that makes sense because otherwise I don't see why Cam would have called that hand. But about the best flop possible for Patty Mac. I mean, top 2 pair. Yeah. Super Cat flops an ace, but little does she know that she is way behind. I believe she bet. Patty Mac obviously raised with top 2 pair. Super Cat Trish, she's gonna need. I don't know what she needs. It's gonna need. The best thing she could do is fold. She's way behind.
She needs 2 6s.
Yeah, that's what you would call miracle. Miracle if you need 2 6s to win the hand.
Yeah. We'll see.
Her best chance is actually catching running heart to win this, but I don't think she's going to continue. She will probably fold. And she shows the ace. Shows the ace and then goes into the muck. She lets it go, which was the right decision.
Right.
She was in bad shape.
Now I'm curious to see if those 2 6s would have come up. I don't think they would have.
No, they probably wouldn't have. Lorenzo, how you holding up over there? Doing well?
Doing well, yeah.
Like I said, guys, for those who are listening, watching right now, he is multitasking like he usually does every day when he works here, but more so today because he's trying to talk to me and he's running the action tracker and doing a hell of a job.
Thank you, sir.
A7 suited in diamonds. Orion calls. You get some limps in. Check.
Looks like he's got the best hand on the board so far.
So far, just a limped in pot. Everybody's in for $2. 5 players maybe.
Queen 5 deuce or Queen 3 deuce. My apologies.
Daryl has the queen. Takes the lead in the hand. Top pair of queens. Bruner has a gutter. 5 would make him a 6-high straight. Other than that, nobody else really connects with much of anything else.
Richard, we have tournaments every single day. We have no upcoming special events. I'd say that the biggest tournament we have upcoming is on Saturday with a $3,000 guarantee. You're going to build your own stack there. We've got a couple add-ons for you, $10 for 10K. $35 entry for 0. So those add-ons are really going to be how you build your starting stack there.
And you can do, I believe, at the break on there's an add-on. You can add on for 100,000 for 100. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. So
those $10 add-ons will get you 10K up to 100K during tournament play until close of registration, of course.
So it gives you a little bit of room to maneuver your strategy of how much the investment's worth building the stack versus, whether it's worth it to
Exactly.
grab another 10,000 or however much up to 100,000. Yeah. right. Now that the deck has been set down and refreshed, the next hand is going to be showing up correctly on the graphics. Probably not. Orion raises with a 7-deuce. As we have confirmed, the 7-deuce hand is in play. However, unfortunately for him, wow, this is
Yep, two aces.
two aces. Yeah, so
Or four
Rogelio,
aces if you want.
yeah, if you want to have your semantics, Rogelio and Daryl both have each have a set of aces, red aces versus the black aces.
Yep.
So Orion has to give it up. He can't continue with the charades. Most likely a chop pot, but you never know. I mean, flushes are possible when this happens. And it's going to be a chop pot. No flush potentials. Yep. So that was quick and painless.
I love the reactions when they see. We didn't cut to it here, but players, you know, when they get the same hands,
they all like, oh, how's that possible, right? Yeah. Because you know Daryl it was probably in position and he's like raising like, oh my, this is perfect. He got raise, re-raise, and then he's got ace low. This is perfect. He knows he's got a strong hand. Little did he know that he had the same hand. Dropping the deck again. Gonna reset this. Move on to the next hand. Here it comes. This is the technology we're working with. Sometimes it doesn't work as fast as we do. When's the housewarming party, Lorenzo? Anytime soon?
no idea.
Well, congrats on the new apartment, though. Hope you enjoy it. Save you some time on the commute for sure. Cam right here raises it up to 45, has pair of queens. Flowers calls and Bruno calls as well. So 3 ways going to the flop. Ace Jack 5. Nobody probably cares to see that flop too much. It doesn't. Flowers is still in the lead with pair of queens, but he didn't like seeing that ace on the flop at all. Looks like Cam's going to bet it. All right, Cam takes it down. It looks like he shows it. Yep. Or Cam had the queens. I thought. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I reversed. I thought Michael had the queens. Cam has the queens. He still bets it, takes it down. Michael had the. Flowers had the queen 9 suited. Moving on to hand number 17. Oh, here we go. With a 7-deuce game in play, Flowers is going to raise it to 13. Calls around Cam. Cam calls as well to pocket 4s. It's on Patty Mac now with the decision with the Jack 7 suited and hearts. Calls. And I think Bruno calls as well. So we are 6-way action going to the flop here. Like I said, Flowers has 7-deuce, trying to get that. I assume the table bounty for winning with the hand. Is that correct? Do we know what that is?
I think it's a $5.
Oh, okay. Still, that's $5 add up quite a bit. And when you have 7-deuce and the game's in play, you know, that's probably the flop you want to see.
Patty Mac's got the 7 with the jack there.
Yeah, so this could absolutely backfire on Michael whenever he tries to make this play, because isn't the danger of playing this game because you think, oh, I got a good hand, I'm going to get the bounty, but then your hand it appears strong, you lose, and then you just can't, and he wouldn't have lost his money if that game wasn't in play.
Right.
Let's see what happens. Little do they both know, Cam actually has the best hand. He's got the force full of 7s, so this is going to be some fireworks for sure. Believe it or not, Flowers is actually in 3rd place with the 7-7-4 flop, and he has a trip 7s. He's currently in third place. Oh, don't do it, Michael. Oh, okay, he's doing it.
He did it.
He did it. Yeah. So here comes Cam. Cam's
calling for sure.
I mean, well, he knows Michael has a 7.
Yep.
And he knows his fours full are good. The problem is now he just knows he has to fade the other cards because he knows that he doesn't have 7-4. It's just probably has. It's like thinking he has 7-8, 7-8 suited probably, but.
Seeing if Patty Mac will fold this. He calls it.
Yeah. I guess he's probably putting somebody on a flush draw, but.
Yeah. We have a $1,300 pot here, everybody.
It's getting up there. It's a big pot, Bruin. Making this pot right first. I don't know if they're gonna asking each other if they're gonna run it once or twice. What do you run it once or do you run it twice, Lorenzo?
If I'm Flowers, I run it twice. If I'm Patty Mac, I run it twice.
I'm just speaking like your viewpoint of being like being risk averse. Do you like to run it twice? Do you like to just rip the Band-Aid and run it once?
Yeah. In this case, I would run it twice, but normally I'm just put the board out is where I'm at.
Fair enough. I go back and forth whether I run it once or run it twice.
Yeah. It's just the nuance of the pocket cards.
They can if they all agree to it. Well,
right,
Now
he's
behind.
Right. If
now that they with the money behind, they couldn't until all the money was in. So now they can offer to run it twice. Now the money's in. I forgot there was probably a side pot. Yes, Mark, you're absolutely correct. They can't run it. You can't run it twice until all the money's in. So I forgot about that. Well, Patty Mac and Flowers are going to need a deuce, a jack, or a king to take this lead.
Yeah, and they are going to run it twice.
Yep, and so they are going to run it twice from this point on. Cam is still way in front. That one's going to be for Cam. So he's locked up half his pot, and that one's Cam. So Cam has tripled up.
Yeah.
Fours full of 7s. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a catch-22, Mark. Whenever you want to play this game, because you get yourselves in situations that are sticky where otherwise you wouldn't.
Right.
So it's just part of the I guess you should say the risk reward of it. But I know Michael right now is probably kicking himself, saying, "Hey, if this stupid game wasn't in play, I wouldn't have lost this huge pot." It just makes you look foolish at the end, but. It was just a nasty, brutal hand that came out. And with that pot, I think I would assume that Cam's right there back in profit. I think Cam, he's probably back in the black after that one. Lorenzo, is there to look at the graphics of like who has the won and lost now? Can we, or is
We
that
can't get that immediately. We can get it in about 15
okay?
minutes. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I just want to make sure
Since
that wasn't.
we are 15 minutes behind.
That's
so.
true. Yeah. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Four players going to the flop. Everyone limped in on this hand. Bruno and Aaron both flop middle pair of sevens. Yeah, two players, pair of sevens. It's on Ryan right now. Folds it. This will probably, this might have a good chance of being a chop pot. Oh, wow. They both turn trip sevens.
So there's not much the river can do, if I'm not mistaken.
Bruno, well, the river card has a good chance to make sure they both chop. The board pairs they both chop. If it comes 10 or higher, they both chop. Well, if it comes like a deuce, Bruno technically will have the better kicker and he would win. So Bruno's in good shape. Really, Bruno can only lose with a four. He can't lose otherwise.
Right.
Bruno is in great shape right now to win this pot. But yeah, and he does. The six ensures that his 8 kicker does play, and that the 4 kicker from Aaron unfortunately will not win. Looks like Aaron's counting out some raising chips.
For everyone listening, Matt just pulled out an enormous stack of cash, thousands and thousands of dollars here.
I had to tip the waitress, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting all my business out on the street like that, there, buddy. I appreciate that. So while I was tipping the waitress, am I correct in assuming that there was a raise and then Bruno won that hand with the 8 kicker, or did I have that reversed? Was it Aaron?
It looks like Carlos ships it to Bruno.
Yes, that's right. Bruno's in the 1 seat, so.
Oh, that's Kevin there in the.
Yeah.
Either way. Bruno won.
Because now Kevin's right behind you, so we're on delays, guys. We're making this as we go. Hand number 19 in route. Oh, horse race.
Horse race, yeah.
Tell them about the horse race, Lorenzo.
Yeah, so we have some Dallas Cowboys squares going on here in the room. Hourly horse races. as you can see, we're just dealing each card face up. The board's going to come out face up. No betting rounds, nothing like that. Whoever's got the best hand will get a square. And then every quarter, at the end of the quarter for the upcoming Cowboys game at the top of the week, we're giving out jackpots for whoever's square wins.
Yep. No, it's a lot of fun, and they do that on the cash games on the top of the hour every hour.
Yes, sir.
Indeed, just a full house or better. And if no one makes full house or better, it's just points for the monthly free roll.
Correct. And moving into the bomb pot.
Bomb pot right here.
19 hands in the first hour. It's about 3 hands per minute. These bomb pots are really tedious.
They can be time consuming for sure.
But that's part of the appeal.
Yeah. I would still say that stud hands or even take more time than bomb pots. There's a lot of streets on stud.
Right, yeah.
You play any stud or any mixed games ever?
No. The furthest my experience goes is with no limit hold'em.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that a stud game? Am I
No,
wrong?
sir. So
Okay.
hold'em is what you would call a flop game,
Gotcha.
like Omaha. They're both flop games. Stud games are going to be basically where you're basically using your board. You get like 7-card stud, for example. You have two whole cards. Third street's your face-up card. You get 3 more streets face-up to 6th street, and your down card's 7. But you're basically using your hand only with that.
Yeah, no, I totally knew that for sure.
All right.
Definitely knew that.
There's also draw games. We'll get to those after this hand, though.
Not lying about having known that at all.
So Aaron has to hold a hand which is a very bad hand in Omaha. He has 3 5s in his hand and a 4.
Yeah.
Anytime you have 3 of a kind in your hand in Omaha, it absolutely diminishes the value of your hand because you cannot use that extra card, and it's like a wasted.
He still does have a top set on the board.
No, he has a full house actually, so he got.
Oh
real
yes,
lucky.
yes he does.
But see, he's already folded because he had a bad hand. He was probably folded before the turn cards came out.
Orion's got an entire flush draw just in his pocket cards there.
Yeah.
Can't
So
play it, but
Cam has the ace-high straight on the bottom board. He currently has the best hand possible. Flowers, unfortunately, has the bottom side of that straight. He goes to the king, but cannot make it to the ace. Same with Rogelio. Both of them have king-high straights as well. So, to the river cards we go. The
deuce and a 6.
Yeah. Don't think it's going to change much of anything. Flowers, of course, does have the trip queens, so that's going to be good for the top board. Unless, Cam doesn't have a flush, so it still will be a chop pot. Cam will have the bottom board, and then Michael has the top board with the trip queens. As he split this pot up, and there's also draw games as well, like 5-card draw.
Gotcha.
Or you can play other kinds of goofy draw games on top of that. But there's basically only 3 types of games in poker. You got your stud games, your flop games, your draw games. And it's like a combination of, those kind of games. Yeah. So
Poker might have. Are we calling poker a sport these days?
I personally do not call it a sport. That's just my personal opinion, even though you watch on ESPN.
Right.
To me, a sport, it requires some kind of form of like athletic. Like would you consider chess a sport? Would you consider like playing, Madden 2K a sport?
I would consider the competitive edge.
I agree. It has a competitive edge, but to me, a sport requires some kind of athleticism, some kind of.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
If you can do it sitting on your couch, it's not a sport.
Okay.
All
right.
Playing online poker to me is not a sport.
I'm gonna find an athletic sport that involves sitting.
Hey, I'll give you ping pong. I think ping pong's a sport.
Oh, ping pong's amazing. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not saying it to run miles to be a sport, but it has to have some kind of athletic, element to it.
Sure.
That's just my opinion. I've been wrong before. I'm not saying I'm right.
Chat, let's all gang up on Matt. Tell him how wrong he is.
All right, let's get the wave of the wave of people saying no, you're wrong. No. No, but poker is definitely a very mental. It's like
Right. Yeah.
like to me, I'm also a little biased because I feel like I know golf is a sport, but to me, also a sport kind of implies you have somebody like opposing you to stop you from doing what you're trying to do.
Right. Sure.
So I mean, to me, I kind of argue golf's an activity more than a sport, but I'll give you sport for golf.
Yeah.
It
There's
is
definitely
physical.
a certain amount of coordination and
Oh yeah, it takes skill for sure.
absolutely.
It takes athleticism. I'm just saying, there's no one stopping you while you're teeing off. Is my whole point.
The wind would disagree with you, sir.
Yeah, but that's for everybody. In this hand, everybody has some aces out.
Yep.
But Cam does indeed raise it to ace jack offsuit. I think all aces are gone now, if I'm not mistaken. I think everybody had an ace. All four are out. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, I think Supercat had an ace. I think she had ace 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Rogelio had the ace 10.
Right.
King
There's
jack
the
deuce.
jack for Cam.
Yep.
And a deuce for Aaron, but it won't do much.
Hey, Aaron. I think Aaron just got priced on this one. I don't think he's going to continue too hard with this hand. But Rogelio, he has the gutter for the queen. He can make Broadway, so he's going to peel. Same thing for Daryl. He needs a 10. So, but
Nothing magical happening
yeah,
with the sticks.
Cam still has the best hand.
Yeah.
He's got the chips. He's going to bet it. Daryl's going for it, but missed
Doesn't
this.
get it, yeah.
Yeah. He's going to check it down.
Cam
Show-
gives his two pair.
Daryl's going to show the busted flush draw. I mean, excuse me, the busted straight draw.
Yeah.
And Cam's going to win this pot right here. Two pair.
Cam in for from the 2 bullets, I think, $600, and he is
No, he's way back in the.
he's way back. Yeah.
He's in the black for sure because he won that huge pot with the forceful of sevens from earlier.
Yeah, the $1,300.
That got him real healthy. So, like I said, you get in these situations where you have this 7-deuce game, and you're like, well, I'm just gonna make a play to go for the bluff, and then you end up bluffing into the best hand possible, and then you end up crying on you end up crying on the way home because you're like, why did I do that?
Okay. Looks like we're having a delay here, but earlier I mentioned that we did have a $3,000 tournament coming up this Saturday, and this is a build your own stack tournament. $35 entry gets you 0 chips, but these $10 add-ons, you can add $10 for 10K up to 100K anytime you're under 100K.
Stack it up.
Stack it up, yeah. And the main appeal of this obviously is the varied chip stacks at the table, but we have our 20K tournament going on. We're coming in just about 2 weeks from the last qualifier on October 5th. And those stamp cards that we give you to build your starting stack on October 5th, you come into any other weekly tournament, 1 or 2 rebuys.
1 or 2 rebuys. I don't know where he's going with that, honestly, but yeah, that's our build your own stack tournament on Saturdays, 3K guaranteed. Start time at 7 p.m. He's back now.
Yeah, you'll really build those chip stacks as opposed from $100 and $135 and you get 10 stamps as opposed to $135 in any other tournament you'll get 4 or 5, maybe 6. So that's part of the really large appeal of this tournament.
You can stack your points as well, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. And with just 2 tables, we made this $3,000 guarantee. I believe the first place payout was like upwards of 1,200.
That's correct. It was. I was there
So
that night for the first night of
yeah,
this.
so it's a pretty unique tournament, very interesting, pretty decent action going on there, and lots of fun to be had as well. So moving back on into the game here.
Oh, yep. We got. It looks like we have 2 pair. We're on the flop now. Flowers has top 2 pair 8s and 7s. Aaron has a gutter straight draw. He's looking for a 10 and a couple overs. And that's a hefty bet right there. He raises to 160. Like I said, we're getting caught back up on the action now as we are already on the turn.
Right. Well, Flowers folds it.
Folds top 2 pair. He gives it to him.
Looks like there's still action to be had.
Yeah, there's
though.
something.
Oh, we missed the turn as well.
Oh, because he turned the best hand
Gotcha.
possible. Yeah. I don't know how we were on delay or something, but yes, he
Yeah.
didn't. In fact, he has the jack high straight. He could not be beat. I don't see who else is in this pot or where the cards are at.
Yeah, they must have folded already.
No.
Seeing his, it looks like Carlos is.
He threw the cards right there. Yeah, he turned 2. I don't know who that was who had turned 10s and 8s, but counting out the chips. I'm not sure who that was, either the 7 seat or the 8 seat. It looks like they're counting out turn top 2 pair. Obviously lost to the turn straight. I guess they're just getting the pot situated to make sure it gets shipped to Aaron. All right. Now the pot's finally getting shipped over to Aaron, I think. There it goes. All right. Moving on to the next hand. Oh, Cam immediately under the gun has pocket aces. Just smooth calls. Looking to, hopefully looking to back raise with his hand. Bruno with a pair of 4s. Raises, and there comes the raise. Let's see what happens when it gets back to Cam. I assume he's going to 3-bet it up to, yep, there. It's already counting out 80 bucks so far. Let's see what it is officially. Looks like 80 bucks though. $65. Brenner deciding what to do, to call or what to do with pair of 4s. He opts to call, and it's back on Darryl with the king jack suited and clubs, who also calls. So 3 players going to the flop. All hearts. And I believe, yep, Cameron does have the ace of hearts in his hand. So he has the best pair. He has the best flush draw. Down, down. Shows the ace of hearts and wins a nice size pot. Bruno calls a straddle. He's got ace-8 offsuit. Flowers calls as well with the deuces. Or nope. Flowers is going to raise. Looks like he's raising it up here to $30. Super Cat with ace-7 suited in diamonds. Contemplating what she would like to do. It looks like she's grabbing the whole stack and ripping it in. Looks like about $127 right there. 131. What do you think here, Lorenzo?
I like the deuces better.
Oh, you do? Very nice. It's not an easy call though. He might just fold this. It's hard to. He's either dominated with a higher pocket pair or he knows he's racing, and either way, it's not exactly an easy call.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't blame him if he folded. Wouldn't blame him if he gambled, but he's thinking it over. And he opts to fold. Cards are gone.
Yeah.
It's hard to call it.
I like the deuces, but
yeah, I mean, like
I didn't. Yeah.
It's just she shows it, or maybe she does. But yeah, she does show.
Thanks, man. What hand are we on here?
Moving up to hand number 24.
24.
24, sir.
Do you ever watch that show?
With Kiefer Sutherland?
Kiefer Sutherland.
You know what? I never watched it, actually. Did you watch it?
I did not. I saw the South Park episode.
Were they roasted it or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'm sure there's some kind of parody there or whatnot.
Yeah, it involves Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. I mean, no, I never watched that one. That was on during my high school years, and for whatever reason, that just wasn't one of the shows I watched.
Yeah.
But I heard it was critically acclaimed, though. A lot of people liked it.
Yeah. Pretty interesting storytelling.
Yeah, because it's like every episode is like literally supposed to be like within an hour.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, kind of.
And then 24 episodes in a season. Do you remember when seasons had like more than 4 episodes?
Do they not now?
They have like 8 with Netflix, but seasons used to be like like months long. You'd watch it every week. I barely remember this because keep in mind I'm 22 years old. You know.
I know you're a young kid. You're a young kid, man. I know. Going to the flop 5 ways here. Let's see what happens. But yeah, it's so weird, man. Like, cause now with streaming platforms like Max and Netflix and whatever the stream platform is, it's like there's so many good shows to watch, but like. And the really great ones, it seems like it takes them like a year and a half to put out the next one. Whereas like when you used to watch Friends back in the day, you knew by the next fall the new season would be out.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like waiting 2 years for the next season.
There's no more structure to TV watching.
Like I mean, I was watching. Did you ever watch Stranger Things?
I did watch Stranger Things, and it's
been
2 years since the last season.
more like has it been 2 or like 5 or like 4? It's definitely been since like COVID.
Yeah, it's and the next season, I don't think is coming out until next year.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
So that's 5 seasons in 10 years, which is not a good.
Guys, Bruno wins that. Pair of tens. Pair of tens takes it down. But nah, like I said, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a TV executive, so I don't make the rules, you know.
Neither am I. I wish I did make the rules, but I would hate to have that job.
So, did you? I gotta ask because I know, like I said, we're like a generation gap here, but Seinfeld, you watched it or not?
I love Seinfeld.
Okay, thank you. Because like anybody who I talk to who's your age who doesn't love Seinfeld, I always has to like I just roll my eyes because like Seinfeld to me will always be one of the best shows ever, ever. So
yeah,
and
like, then Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, Larry David, genius.
Love Curb.
In the next hand here, another pair of deuces.
Yeah.
Orion in the 9th seat. I think he's first to go. What does he want to do with them under the gun? Well, all right, he's on TV time now. There we go. He makes a decision. Was that a call or was that a race? He calls.
Yeah.
Bruno calls. Coming around. Rogelio calls. It's going to be a limp par, looks like. I think it's going to be like 6 players going to the flop. Maybe 7. Indeed, it will be 7 players going to this flop. Ten, 7, 3, 2 hearts. I believe Supercat flops very nice. She flops 2 pairs, 7s and 3s.
No flush draw, correct?
I don't believe anybody has a flush draw, but Daryl and
Patty Mac with diamonds.
No, say Daryl and Cam with pair of 10s. They have top pair.
Oh, I got you.
But Trish right here, yeah, she just rips it in, and good thing for her, she definitely has the best hand right now. So let's see if she gets any more action. But Cam and Daryl both have top pairs, decent kickers, but do they want to gamble with just one pair? That's the question. And it looks like Daryl's already way out. Cam's thinking it over. What does he want to do? $141 for him to call. He's grabbing chip and he puts it in.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So he's waiting on a queen or a 10 here.
Yep. Or deuce now. Deuce will do it for him as well. 7 does not do it. 7 makes her a full house.
Yeah.
He will lose. She has the best hand. 7's full of 3s. And she's like, listen, I flopped 2 pair. I had you. Yeah. Okay, I don't know from this angle. I was like, I know there was 100 in green right there, but like they looked like for some reason I thought they were like stacks of green. I don't know why. So I was like, there's no way she had that much money. Yeah, it's like she wasn't in for 500. I don't know why he has that out there.
Napalm, I actually don't remember last time I saw a kicker. It's been at least a week for me. Anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, he still plays. He just has. I mean, I feel like I saw him like last week. Yeah. He's not playing quite as frequent as he was, but
yeah, we haven't had him on stream in a while, so hopefully he comes back. I know he's got a lot of fans in the chat there.
Yeah, for sure.
He's walking around with a hoodie on near the floor. Oh, is he in the room right now?
I did. Yeah, I guess he is. We're barricaded here in this room, so
he's got to make a move here.
So he might be waiting for a seat. You never know. He might get into the game before the stream closes. So other than Seinfeld, what was the other sitcom you like to watch when you were growing up?
Oof. I'm not that.
I mean, I wasn't the biggest Friends fan. I mean, I watched it because I grew up with Friends, but like, did you watch a lot of Friends growing? Did you watch a lot of Friends or no?
I did watch a lot of Friends.
There you go.
No. I did watch a lot of Friends growing up. In hindsight, I'm not that big on Friends, but
It definitely doesn't age as well as Seinfeld did for sure. Seinfeld's like timeless, no
yeah,
doubt about it.
Seinfeld's amazing.
Rogelio has a pair of sixes is in there. It's on a straddle. Patty Mac, Jack 10's offsuit is in as well. It's on Orion. What does he want to do with the Ace 5 offsuit? No, I agree with Napalm on that one. Cheers was a little before my time, but I was a huge Frasier fan as well, and I know that's where like Frasier had his origins was on Cheers. Always definitely liked.
Frasier is back, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
too,
it is, but I don't know. It's hard to repeat what was the OG Frasier from the '90s.
Yeah, they're going. I think it's every Tuesday to like the 500 people that still have cable.
No, I agree with Nate. Like Ted Danson, Woody Harrelson, great cast. Absolutely, Cheers was one of the best. Somehow, I know we were talking about classic TV series, but Rogelio has 4 sixes, shows it. I don't think it gets much more action than that. That hand's over. Yeah,
I don't know, maybe Taxi. I like Andy Kaufman.
Taxi's going back. Was that
Yeah,
Danny DeVito,
Danny
right?
DeVito,
That's where
yeah,
Danny
that's like
DeVito got
the
to start.
70s,
Yeah.
late 70s, early 80s.
That was before my time for sure. I mean, Cheers was a little bit before my time as well, but I did watch because I mean I remember my parents watching Cheers and MASH. I never got
Oh,
MASH.
yeah, MASH.
I never got MASH
Sure.
personally, but like I know my parents watched those shows all the time. My parents watched Seinfeld. That's how I fell in love with Seinfeld.
Yeah, I love Seinfeld, man. Even with Curb Your Enthusiasm, there hasn't really been a show like Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Curb, man.
Definitely solid series, no doubt about
Yeah.
it.
We moved away from the laugh tracks,
Yeah.
like in the 2000s. Like I love Arrested Development,
Yes.
Community. Community's like second or third favorite show. So
Did Scrubs have a laugh track? I forget.
I don't think it did. No, they probably had like a laugh track bit at some point.
Yeah.
Forget about Scrubs. I always forget about that show.
I didn't really watch a lot of Scrubs. I know a good friend of mine. He always raved about that show. I never really watched it. I'm sure if I watched it, I'd appreciate it though.
Yeah.
We got six players going to the flop here.
Yeah.
There's an ace. We got a couple people with aces for sure. We have an ace jack, an ace 5. We got some straight draws. But right now, Rogelio with the ace jack is currently in the lead. Oh, Orion folds it. Pair of 10s is in the muck. Aaron calls. He's got the gutter. He needs the jack to make Broadway. Oh, wow. 5 came. Patty Mac turns 2 pair aces up, aces and 5s. So Rogelio is now trailing in this hand.
A lot of outs there.
Oh yeah, he does because Rogelio also picks up the diamond draw. Absolutely.
Right. Yep.
And he gets there, makes the better 2 pair on the back end. And now I believe Aaron's like, well, if I would have stayed, I would have made Broadway. But unfortunately, yeah, Rogelio improves to the better 2 pair. Had a lot of outs though. Could have cut a king, 10, jack. Could have cut a diamond. But he hits one of those. I'm back. What's going on?
Not that much. Same game.
Same game. Sorry about that. Stepped away for a moment. Bomb pot. It looks like I'm coming back to the bomb pot. Uh, wow. Bruno has a huge hand. This hand. He has pretty much the top board locked up. He's got tens full of eights. He's got a pair of aces on the bottom board with a straight draw and a flush draw. And unfortunately for Aaron, he's not gonna like this, but he has the underfold. He has eights full of tens, and yeah, Aaron's in absolutely terrible shape. It's what you call a pretty nasty hand, Lorenzo.
Yeah. No, I see it.
You see it, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's dead on the top board, and he has virtually no chance of winning the bottom board. So. I mean, as I say that, he does have Jackson deuces. I
Yeah.
do see that. So, but I still like Bruno's chance for the sweep. He can catch a king, he can catch a queen, he can catch an ace, he can catch a spade, he can catch a running pair. So, but technically, Aaron has a very small hold on the bottom
Yeah.
board for now.
So to me, before you said anything, I just see ace full of tens for him on the top board.
Right. No.
Um,
That's what Aaron. So Aaron, he has eights full of tens, but Bruno has tens full of eights. So he's dead on that board already.
Gotcha. There it is.
So he's drawing dead. What I saw kind of a moment late was that I saw he had the pair of aces on the bottom board with the nut flush draw and a straight draw. Aaron technically does. He's holding okay on that board with the jacks and deuces, but there's a lot of bad cards where he could absolutely still get scooped. I mean, but his chances of winning any part of his pot is going to have to be done on the bottom board. He's done on the top board. It's over. He's locked out. He's what they call shut out of that hand.
Right. Yeah.
And there it is. See?
Yeah.
And now with the ace on the turn, I mean, now he's basically dead to a jack or a deuce, and not many of those left in the deck. So Bruno's is in great shape to scoop his entire pot, and Orion's best chance to get any part of this pot is to get a miracle 5 on the bottom board to make a wheel. Very slim. All the 8s are gone. Yeah, Orion. He's not going to like it, but he's in very bad shape, unfortunately.
Still lots of betting going on regardless.
No,
Yeah.
but it's funny because all the betting that's in already are the hands that are 99%. Yeah, like I said, now they're.
Yeah.
He's contemplating this, but I don't see how his chips aren't in this pot any faster. I'm just saying, if that was my hand, I could not rip this hand in any possible.
I think those stats literally say 0% right there on their all-in.
Yeah. The only reason Aaron has any chance at this on is he can catch a jack or a deuce to make the full house.
Right.
And I guess all the 5s are gone because I don't see why Orion wouldn't be drawn to a 5 on the bottom, but either way.
I guess if we see one here, then good for him.
No, I mean, he said 0, so I guess I mean, it said maybe the only 5 left is the 5 of spades, which wouldn't help him.
Right.
This is a nasty hand, though, we walked into. Sorry I stepped away and left you hanging for a second. Yeah, I mean, unless there's a side pot, there's basically, it's all going to be going to Bruno. Bruno has a huge hand. As long as he dodges a jack, a deuce, or a 5 on the bottom board, he's going to get everything. Those are the only cards he's fading. And those are the only cards he's fading on the bottom board, not the top board. So, yep, it's over.
Yeah.
What a hand. $1,400 pot going all to Bruno. I guess if there's a side pot between those two hands. So if we work a side pot, 8's full of 10s is going to win that one for Aaron. And jacks and deuces, or aces and jacks will also win it for this. If there's a small side pot, that would go to Aaron. He has the 8's full of 10s, and he has the aces over jacks. Yeah. So small. If there is a small side pot, it's going to Aaron. But Bruno's going to get the lion's share.
Where does that phrase come from? Lion's share.
That's a great question. I don't know.
I hear it a lot in
yeah.
the poker world, but I don't know where it comes from.
You know, with the technology of a phone, I'm sure I can look that
Yeah.
up.
Good old Google.
Yeah. It's a great question. Let's see. The phrase derives from the plot of a number of fables ascribed to Aesop, and it is used here as their generic title. So there you go. Sure. It's a fable.
Shout out Aesop.
There you go.
Yeah, I actually just talked to him not long ago, so he's still kicking, right?
Yes, yes, live and well.
Yeah.
I just saw a tweet from him last week, actually.
Yeah. He has a new fable coming out, matter of fact.
There you go. Exactly. What a hand. That was a brutal bloodbath of a hand. But like I said, I had no doubt there'd be some bloodshed today. And those bomb pots can definitely do it. Gosh.
I think Aesop now he though spells his name with a $sign as the S.
Is that how they do it?
Just to maintain relevancy.
That's keeping it modernized, right?
Yeah.
Like Mace, you know?
Yeah, like Mace.
Yeah.
I miss Mace. I'll be honest. Harlem World is.
Yeah, man. He's a man that went to he found ministry. You know, he went back to.
Right.
I mean, no offense to the guy. I didn't think he had the greatest rapping skills / whatever songs, but you know, I'm biased. I'm just a white pasty boy from North Texas, so you know.
Harlem World is good. I just don't know about the rest of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the rest of the catalog, the albums. You know. Maybe other people do. Hand number 29.
Let me just double check that Harlem World is a Mace album.
Now we got Lorenzo Googling too.
Yeah, Harlem World is Mace for sure.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, then Mace has a good album as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, he's got one. Good for him. Like I said, he's probably back in wherever. Like Atlanta, Georgia, being a preacher or something. Yeah. I don't know where he was from. I'll have to Google
probably somewhere in New York. That whole Bad Boys roster, I think, was New York.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Maith.
Oh, love it. Raising it up here. 4 ways going to the flop.
I love how much of the can't stop now attitude was in not just the Bad Boy music, but in Mace's music specifically, and then he did end up stopping.
What's going on? Sorry, we got Carlos in that.
Yeah, dealer Carlos in the booth with us. You're doing good, Carlos.
Yeah, you're doing fine. I do know that Cam flopped the bottom side of a straight, and we have Bruno top pair up and down straight draw, and Rogelio with top 2 pair, just a nasty hand developing.
Yeah.
Mace was from Florida. I said
really?
Yeah, I said Atlanta. I thought but he was from Florida. That's where he's from.
Mace the rapper. Do you remember
Yeah.
Mace? Yeah. No, he's talking about Mace.
Talking about him, yeah.
Do you remember Mace?
We're getting off track.
Carlos
Now.
remembers Mace.
Yeah. He's definitely old enough to remember Mace, no offense. Bruno picks up the best flush draw. He's got up and down straight draw, and he needs a diamond to complete that flush. I thought Cam had the straight. I guess he dumped it. He dumped the bottom side of the straight when the diamond came.
A lot of outs there for Bruno.
Yes, indeed. You can catch a king, a queen, a 6, a 9, an ace, a diamond. It's a lot of outs.
Red Dealer Carlos has left us in the booth. We'll see him on stream in about 15 minutes.
There we go. What do you think? Do you think he's going to hit this out? He's got quite a bit of outs.
I think he's got. I'm calling the 9 of diamonds.
9 of diamonds?
I'm calling the 9 of diamonds.
That's the one?
Comes out.
All right.
We'll see it.
Oh, running twice. That's a brick. Brick City. First one.
Yeah. And it wasn't my 9 of diamonds, unfortunately. Oh, it is.
Hey, it took you 2 bullets, but you got there.
Yeah.
So it will be a chop pot. Rogelio, he wins the whole thing. If he rips it once, he's there.
You know, that call there really describes my way of playing poker, which is just like the next card I wanted would have hit for sure. Yeah.
It's the same thing like when you play like a draw game. Like you stand pat with the hand. You're like, no, I'll play these.
Yeah.
And then you lose, and then you always want to tell the dealer, hey, can I see what would have been in my card, please?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, you 3 of diamonds. Oh yeah, that would have helped me
for sure.
That's the card I wanted.
And there's always someone at the table.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, DJ will be back next week. There he is in the comment section. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate the compliment, DJ. We'll see you next week, sir.
We look forward to seeing you again, sir. Absolutely. Always miss you. $2 so far coming in. It's on Bruno. And option checks. Got 5 players going to a flop. Everybody limps in. Looks like Flowers has the best of it right here. Flops bottom pair with the queen kicker. Turns the 8 of clubs. Nobody has an 8, so Flowers still with the best hand. But it looks like he's going to check around again. Ooh. 5 came. Somebody had 5, right? 5-4, 2 pair. Yep, Patty Mac. That's what I thought. Patty Mac had the 5-4. Makes the best hand. Gonna scoop that modest pot there of $8. Nonetheless.
That's the appeal of the 1-2 blind with $300 buy-ins. Some pots are $1,300 and some pots are $8.
It's like feast or famine, You're either gonna have a huge meal or you're starving, but it's all gonna balance out in between. Those bomb pots really usually they can get the money in there pretty soon. So we've learned some things today. We know that Mace was from Florida.
Right.
We learned the origin of why they call it the lion's share. I wonder
Yes.
what else we're gonna learn today.
We learned that Aesop is still alive and well.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, indeed. Learning that in this hand developing, there's some pretty big hands right now. We got King Jack suited for Patty Mac. We got two people have aces suited, Ace Deuce of Spades and Ace Deuce of Club or Ace Queen of Clubs. So it's been raised up here. Looks like 4 players are gonna go to the flop. King Jack takes the lead. What's Patty Mac do? He's gonna wager $40. It's gonna be 40 to play. Nope. Burner's gonna see one more card. He's got middle pair with the Ace Queen. Aaron has the gut straight draw. He needs a jack to get him to the king high straight. He's thinking it over. Or decides to let it go. Heads up from here. Patty Mac with a $80 wager will take that pot down. Good bet and gets the money. Next hand, Lorenzo. Here we
Yeah,
go.
here we go.
Here we go.
Jack 7 suited. I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
It's not a bad hand. Situational for sure.
Yeah.
But it has potential. To straddle this hand. So it's now on Patty Mac.
Yeah, my rule is if your pocket cards are suited, you are guaranteed to win.
Is that what it is?
That's just my poker advice, everyone. You are guaranteed to win. There's going to be a chop here, 3 ways, because we have 3 suited pocket cards.
Okay.
There's a 4th one, so yeah, there are 4 people guaranteed to win some money. That's a guarantee you will win.
7 players not going to this flop.
Yeah.
But there you go. Let's see how many suited. Oh, well, did someone have 2 diamonds? I don't remember. I'm sure someone did. Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 people, Cam and Super Cat, both have diamond flush draw. Nobody actually flops top pairs, so Aaron has middle pair 8s. We're just checking around. Let's see what happens, Lorenzo. Going to the turn card. Nope. Aaron's going to bet middle pair. He bets $15. Laris has a straight draw and needs a 9 to complete it. We have obviously both flush draws coming in behind, so be interested to see what happens when the diamond comes, if a diamond comes, and it does come. So now we have 2 people who've turned a diamond flush. Cam leads out for a $25 quarter bet. Super Cat Trish, she does actually turn the better hand. She has the higher flush, but it looks like she's just going to call this one. Just calls.
Right.
Has absolutely a hammer lock on this hand.
Yeah, and again, Cam, Supercat, and Aaron are guaranteed to win because they both had suited
No.
pocket cards.
No.
No, I'm pretty sure that's how poker works. If I'm
Yeah, yeah, but
if I'm not mistaken, that's a guarantee you will win.
I don't. Well,
Yeah.
that might save
Take
Cam.
my advice.
That's gonna
Go
save
in.
Cam because the board paired's gonna
yeah.
save him some money. It might slow them both down.
Take my advice, players. If you're at a cash table and you have suited pocket cards, regardless of what's on the board, of what the cards are, just go all in and you will win.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't solicit this poker advice, but the man has spoken, so I'm gonna let him have his.
I've been in this poker industry for over 20 years. Okay.
Have you? This man hasn't been alive for more than 20 years, guys.
Yeah.
Just remember that. You just turned. You're 21.
22.
You're 22. That's right.
Yeah.
20. What it would be like to be 22 years young again.
In 2024, it's very bizarre.
Yeah. Were you so when COVID happened? Were you still in high school when COVID happened?
I left for spring break my senior year.
Okay.
And was expecting to come back, knock out the rest of the semester, and graduate, and didn't come back, didn't knock out the rest of the semester, but I did graduate. So.
Well, all right. Well, good job, man.
Thank you, sir.
I couldn't imagine having to couldn't imagine the teachers having to teach the kids and have to do it through Zoom meetings and stuff. It'd be brutal. It would have been those lessons plans must have been nightmares.
Yeah.
Here we go. Straddle hand, they're all limping in.
Yep.
Nine, 6, deuce, rainbow. Ryan has the best hand.
Yeah.
Has pair of nines and the ace kicker. Daryl's looking for that 4. Gutter straight draw. Ouch. 9s and 8s become the best hand. Flowers hits a lucky card right there. Takes the lead. Wow, I'm surprised Michael doesn't raise there with turning top 2 pair, but he just calls.
He doesn't get his ace.
No.
So I think Mike with the 2 pair.
They both make 2 pair, but Michael has the better 2 pair. He does
Right.
indeed have 9s and 8s. That's it.
Looks like there's still betting going on.
No, he already betted. It looks like Orion's going to call here. He's kind of counting it out.
Touching his
He's
chips.
thinking about it.
Yep.
Leaning towards. I think he's just going to call and just hope for. He can beat a lot of 9x hands. I mean, he beats 9 king, 9 queen. He just doesn't beat 9s and 8s, unfortunately.
Right.
I still think he calls it. There it is. Yeah, he's going for the call. He's not gonna like what he sees.
Yeah, very reluctant call there.
Yeah, he kind of knew it. He's like he didn't love it, but it was just too strong to fold.
And I mean 9-6 2 pair. That's a good hand. But
yeah, he was hoping he probably had 9 king or 9 queen.
Right.
I don't think he put Michael on a 6. So.
Let's find out if he's going to top up here.
Was that most of his chips when he?
Most of his chips, I think he had under 30 left. So.
Yeah.
I see some riffling in that corner, so I think he did top up.
when can you only reload up to 300 in this game? Is that how it works?
300 max, right in front of you.
Gotcha.
Of course, you know, you can add as many as you like. You know.
No. What I'm saying, but you can only top up to 300. Is that correct?
Exactly, yeah.
Obviously, you can accumulate it to whatever you can build it up to.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. See, another pair of aces. Wow. Feels like the last time, a couple times I've done this stream, it just seems like aces have been the popular pair.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because it sticks out more because it's like the best pair possible.
You know, I see more pairs of aces than I do Seven-Deuce.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there's the Seven-Deuce right there.
See?
Yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna see. It's gonna be fun to see the Seven-Deuce game and the pair of aces game and see how close they collide.
Yeah, and Daryl with the pair of sixes. Oh, I think Cam folded it actually. Okay.
He's a wise man.
Yeah, because he didn't get nothing on that board there. Here's where the real betting starts.
Bruno does not slow down. He bets 75 with the pair of aces. Rogelio, he folds the gutter. He had the wheel draw. He lets it go. Sixes are to let go, and then just Bruno just goes and takes it down. Bet.
What is that, hand 35 now?
Hand number 35, sir.
Yeah, just about 1 hour left in the stream. 45 minutes left at the table for the players out there.
And we're at a horse race.
Yep.
Next horse race must be, top of the hour. Here it comes.
There's a Seven-Deuce, but...
and there's two Seven-Deuces,
oh,
sir.
Nice.
So,
Fortunately, that's not the game we're playing here.
Yeah. Yep. Pair of kings right there. Looks like for Trish.
Cam wants a 6. He doesn't get it.
I think the king 9's going to hold up.
Yeah, it looks like that. King 9. So I think that was a wheel spin, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe I missed that. He looked the cards around. It's a wheel spin. There was
wheel
there was
spin
nobody
Trish.
had a full house or whatever on that one.
But yeah, those hourly IMs, we really make an event out of those Cowboys games.
Yeah, they're fun. You don't have to be here to win the square either. If you're not here, you still can win.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You don't have to be here on Sundays to win those square or to win a piece of or to win your square.
Yeah, you'll see James on the floor going live right before game time, putting the numbers on the board so every player knows what square they have.
Yeah.
We'll see that on Facebook.
Yeah. You get Ron over here too, just talking smack about
Ron had a great day.
Oh, he was reveling. He was reveling in the Saints just destroying us.
I didn't think his voice could reach the volumes or the pitches that it did that day, but
I loved how analytical he got with it too, just talking about like why the Saints absolutely crushed us and why we were going to lose to the Saints and just like the mixture between the offense and the defense. I was like, all right, man, I get it. Bomb pot guys.
Yeah. I mean, my fantasy team has Dak Prescott and Derek Carr, and you know what? They both got me pretty decent amount of points, even if the Cowboys didn't have a great game. So
fair enough. Let's see who has kings in their hand. Well, someone probably has a king in their hand because I see betting. Looks like Daryl's betting from the 5 seat. Cam's in there.
Yeah, they're up at 45.
Yep. They both have kings. Shockers, like I thought they would have in their hand. I'm more interested in see who has the side hand though on the top board. I see Orion has he's got top two 8s and 3s. Anybody else? No, I think 8s and 3s are winning, and the kings are. Daryl actually has the better hand on that bottom board. He has the ace kicker so far.
Yeah.
Cam only has a queen kicker. But Cam does have the king high flush draw. He's got queen 10 of clubs. Let's see. As this thins out. Flowers has a wrap on the top board, but he knows he's only playing for that board. He lets it go.
100 hands in under an hour is insanely impressive.
Yeah.
At least in comparison to a 1-2 cash game, anyway.
Daryl, as of right now, it's going to be a chop pop because Cam has the queens up on top, and then Daryl has the better kicker on bottom so far. That's crazy. I guess there must be a lot of diamonds out because he does have a diamond draw on the top board, but it says he only has a 3 of diamonds for his out. So I'm surprised that many diamonds were out. But
It's a chop chop.
yes, it is a chop chop. Queens hold up top, and the ace kicker holds up on bottom for Daryl.
It is so much fun to say chop chop.
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Usually implies like a chop chop, like let's get moving or let's go, chop chop. Yeah, you play a lot of Omaha 8, it's gonna be a lot more chopping for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Mark, that's about right for our room. I'd say about 1 to 2 minutes per hand.
Yeah, I mean,
30 hands per hour.
We do the dealer. I mean, with the dealer switching and the bomb pots, the horse races, that kind of factors into it.
And with the live stream too, you got to take into account about half a second for the tracker to put it in for every call, check, or fold, and then about a full second for every bet.
It's fair.
Yeah,
it's a fair assessment for sure.
Yeah. Slows us down to about 3 minutes per hand, I'd say. Not sure what our rate is right now. We're 2.5 hours in with 38 hands. Is that right? Time right. And there's also a factor of what the value of the chips at the table, or the denomination, I would say. If there's a lot of reds, it'll slower counts for chop pots, that kind of thing.
I mean, for sure. I mean, like, it just depends. Time rates versus.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron, pair of 8s. Like, I mean, obviously what we do, obviously time rate per seat or whatever. We charge for the hourly rate, but like, you go to Vegas, play out there, they do it 2 ways. Obviously, they're either raking the percentage per hand, or like they're not. They do it by time rate, wherever every dealer change, everybody throws in, say, like, $5 to $8, $10 or whatever for that, and then that's how they do it there. So now, which one's better for the player or for the house? That's subjective.
Debatable, yeah.
Debatable for sure. There's a flop of 5-5-5. Wow. Oof. Aaron lost on the river. Very full house. Class full of 10s for Helio. Aaron was such great shape before the river card. He had
Right, yeah. Full house, was it?
yeah, he had a. I mean, it was a good. Mark, you're absolutely correct about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if the players prefer
Yeah.
pot rake or time rake.
No. I mean, from a player standpoint, you absolutely want to do time rate because, like, that money is not being drained off the table to where, like, that expense is external.
Right, yeah.
So, like, all that money is there to be won. With the time rate, if nobody starts putting more money on the table, then, like, if you're stuck and everybody else is stuck, it's like every hand you play, there's less money to be won to get even or to win.
sure, yeah.
So, I mean, having that external expense is absolutely better for the players.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
The payout is such a variable.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
I mean, yeah, it's not even close. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, even if the rake is modest in a casino, say it's like they cap it at like $6, but I mean, over if you play for 8 hours,
Right,
especially
yeah.
if more money is not just being farmed onto the table, you'd be surprised how much money comes off the table in that 8 hours. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it just you don't see it, right? It disappears right in front of you.
exactly. Daryl with the ace king offsuit just limps in. I like it.
And with our hourly rate, you could be up, sit down with 300, leave with 400.
Yeah.
But you could have been playing for
Exactly. Oh yeah.
however many hours.
But
You're only up $4.
The difference is that the money to be won is there to be won, though. You see
Right,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly,
That's what you got to sort of factor into.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got to beat the time, per se, on that expense. But, like, the money that's available to win in the cash game is there. It's not just being drained off. So,
Yeah,
it helps you from that.
If you play a long session at a table filled with nits, you can actually watch the stacks get less and less and less. Yeah.
Yeah. These are all true statements, no doubt about it. Rogelio has a chance. They all have good flush draws, but Rogelio has the best one. He has the best hand and the best draw at the moment. Pair eights is winning. A heart. He has the best flush. He's in good shape right now to win this pot. Let's see what happens though. See if a heart comes off. That'd be interesting. Nope. But Cam's going for it. He's gonna bet it. I don't know if he's gonna get it through though. He does get it through because and Daryl's gonna nice bet. Wins it.
Yeah.
Wins it with not the best hand, but gets it through.
Mark, closest thing we have to the number for Poker Anonymous is the house phone number. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not the solution to the problem you may be looking for.
Yeah. What's that? You gotta get that self-exclusion.
Yeah.
Gambling problem phone number. I probably should have called that at some more times than once in my life myself. So I wish I would have it sometimes. Flowers raising it up. He's got a pair of nines. Rogelio calls King 10 offsuit. Cam calls 8-7 offsuit. Coming around the hook here. Ryan calls the. So we got four-way action going to the flop. We have 10-4-6 rainbow flop. It's going to be the best one for Rogelio. He's flop top pair in the lead. King kicker, he bets it $30.
Cam calls. He's playing defense. Not too far off from the straight there.
Nope, he has another example of what you learned earlier. What did I call it? Yeah, double gutter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a double belly buster straight
Looking
draw.
for a 9 and a 5 there. See, I'm learning. This is the benefit of.
Stick with me, son, and I'll learn you. What was that? That was a line from a movie. Stick with me, son. I'll learn you. I've
no idea.
Yeah, I'll think of it here in a minute.
Cam doesn't get either. So we have a pair of 10s here that looks like it's going to take it.
Yeah, Cam missed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he did not catch it straight. So, yeah, Rogelio, he's going to take that one down.
$242 pot there. With a pair of 10s, that's pretty good.
Not too shabby.
$30 minutes left in the game for our players on the table, about 45 minutes for us on the stream.
Yep. Moving into hand number 39. Yeah, that's what it was. A terrible movie. I remember now. It was from The Pest with John Leguizamo.
I've never even heard of The Pest.
Oh my, you've never seen The Pest?
Yeah, John Leguizamo is a movie red flag for me, so.
I don't know what that's about. Patty Mack here with a pair of aces.
I got you.
Well, yeah. We'll pencil that. We'll come back to that comment in a second. I'll just talk about this hand instead. Cam here, King Jack of clubs calls their heads up. Aces versus King Jack. What was the what's the red flag about that? Oh wow!
Just
flop set of aces right here.
In my experience, I just don't really like movies that he's in. I don't think it has anything to do with him specifically, but
you know what it was. You know where you got to start. To me, like you know what his first movie was, or one of the first movies he ever did was Die Hard 2.
Was it really?
Yeah, you know that.
I thought it was.
He played one of the terrorists in the second Die Hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I like. I don't know, man. Ice Age.
What? Oh, his voice acting roles?
Yeah, sure.
He had some good ones. I can't think of them off the top of my head. I mean, you know, you throw Super Mario Brothers and that stuff out of it, and the pest out of it, you still got like executive decision.
Yeah.
You know, you still got.
I like
Spawn.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. He played Mercutio.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Exactly. Winner chicken dinner, top set of aces for Patty Mack. Yeah. No, but, I mean, it was a really stupid movie, The Pest, from 97. It was way before you were born, but like, you should absolutely...
Look for The Pest?
Yeah, I mean, just watch it one time. But when I said that line, when I said, just stick with me, I'll learn you, that was from that movie. I just died laughing thinking about it. I was like, I thought that's where it was from. I had to Google it to remind myself that's where it was from. I mean, it was absolutely a terrible movie, but it's one of those movies that's so bad you got to watch it once.
A lot of movies like that. There's this weird sort of return on investment with bad movies where I guess to a point where I'd rather watch where somehow just mediocre movies become worse than bad movies because I would absolutely rather watch
a terrible movie
than just a boring, forgettable movie.
That's a fair statement. We got everyone's limping in. We got a raise from Super Cash. She raises a $15. Got Jack 8 of diamonds. Flowers here with the King Jack of hearts. It looks like it might be re-raising right here. Let's see. It looks like it was a re-raise. He does indeed re-raise it up to $55. What is Supercat going to do? Is she going to continue with the Jack 8 suited in diamonds? She's thinking it over. She's grabbing chips. I think she's just going to fold it, honestly. Oh, never mind. Once again, I'm wrong. She calls.
Yeah. Two good hands here, I would say.
Yeah. Let's see if the ace comes on the flop to kill the action. Nope.
No.
That one's all in Michael's corner. He's got
Yeah.
the pair of kings.
Kings there.
And Supercat basically. Oh,
There's
wow.
the ace, yeah.
There's the ace. See what happens.
And a 6. Is that a 6 or a 10? 6.
That, 6 of diamonds from what I see. She knows she can't win unless she bluffs at it. Let's see what she does. I just think she's just gonna give up though.
Yeah. It's a smart fold. Oh,
Well, no, I mean she has the option. I mean,
Yeah.
she's either gonna check or she's gonna bet. And she knows on one hand she knows she can't win if she doesn't bet at it, but it's just like her whole body language is kind of signifying that like, hey, like I don't have it, and if I bet now, you know. I think if she had a chance to bet, it would have been
right.
before this.
And there's the fold.
Yeah, there it goes. But going back to it, John Leguizamo, he was definitely one of those cool like character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like he was never like a leading guy. I mean, he's been in a bazillion movies, but like the John Wicks,
Yeah.
you know.
He's an interesting personality for sure.
He was in Kick-Ass,
Was he in Kick-Ass?
The first one he was. He played like the butler dude, the aide for the bad guy.
No.
Yes, so that was him.
No.
That was him.
No, sir.
I got another like 10 seconds before the next hand comes out to argue with you on this, but yes, I'm right about this.
No, sir.
The first one, not the second
In
one.
the first Kick-Ass, that is not John Leguizamo.
Oh yeah, all right, you're right. It was the second one. I'm sorry, he was in the second one.
Oh, he is in the second one?
Yes. Okay, it was the second one. I know he was in one and two. It might have been the second
Yeah.
one. You're right.
I think I've seen the second one maybe twice.
Yeah, it was the second one. You're right.
Yeah. Not much reason to rewatch the second one.
Yeah, not the best one, but everyone's limping in. Orion here has a pair of kings.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I do remember him in the second one.
Yeah, because his dad was dead. He was kind of looking after him. He was like the aide to his mom or whatever. Yeah.
Right. And then his mom dies, isn't she?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then but like I mean, I don't know. Executive decision. Had a good role in that one. I thought.
I'm sure he's got tons of good movies. It's just
Yeah.
generally I think of like The Happening, all the Ice Age sequels. Like you said, Super Mario Brothers movie. He's just got a lot of duds for me.
Yes, indeed. Once again, the Kings unfortunately run into an ace on the flop, and they're trailing. Patty Mac takes the lead with a pair of aces. Aces up, aces and eights.
He's on. Oh, he's on a lot more movies than I
Oh,
thought
dude,
he
he's
was
in a
on.
lot of
He's
movies,
on
man.
a lot.
But look at one of his originals. I guarantee it. I think it was like the first or the second Die Hard. He played like one of the
Let's
terrorists.
find out here. He's got 158 credits on IMDb here.
A lot of those being secondary support characters. I'll admit to that.
Die Hard 2 was his fourth
Yeah,
feature-length film. Yeah.
there you go.
His first acting role was friend of boyfriend in the music video for Borderline by Madonna.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. That was a music video. That wasn't a film though, was
Right,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Couple episodes of Miami Vice.
Right now, somehow we got it to where the king came on the river to give Orion King's Full, and he absolutely just gets there on the river. We're over here talking movies, and I'm missing huge river
Yeah.
called King's Full on the river. uh, we should just start our own podcast. You know, we'll just talk. We'll just
Yeah.
talk like movies and TV
We
series.
just bounce from subject to
Yeah,
subject,
yeah,
but always
exactly.
land on movies.
You never know.
Yeah, I could go on and on about.
Me too, man. I was definitely I was one of those guys who just like I lived on IMDb as a kid.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
me too for sure.
Don't worry, guys. Reese will be back here to do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Reese will be back.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, it won't be me.
Yeah, and
talking
then
this.
you'll get the poker that you came for.
Nah, I love poker.
Yeah, your analysis of the game is comes in handy in the stream
I appreciate that.
when especially because I have.
Yes, Mark. We will absolutely go over it again. We'll probably go over it at the very end of the stream.
Yeah.
So I mean, just that way we can kind of close out with our promotions and our tournament structure.
But just quick basis, 3,000 guarantee.
Yeah.
$35 entry, 0 chips. Every $10 add-on gets you 10K, up to 100K. It's a good tournament for sure. We made that guarantee, like I said, with just 2 tables. So
It's like the second week we've done that, right?
yeah, this will be our second time, and it will come out next Saturday as well. Every Saturday in September is when we're having it. We had a separate tournament last Saturday, so.
Jack 10-3 all in clubs. Nobody has a club, so Aaron still has the best hand with a pair of 9s. Nobody's loving that flop though at the moment for many of the players. And that 7 of clubs is probably further going to dry up the action. I said that, but Aaron still bets it. Or I'm sorry, Bruno still bets it. I apologize. I think he's going to get it through because I don't think anybody's going to be able to call. Yep. And Bruno with the bet takes it down. Gets the 9s to fold. Renzo, I want to take this time to appreciate you being here with me, man. It really means a lot to me that you're helping me with this.
Hey,
and
man, likewise. I appreciate you being here when I inevitably call you up last minute to
Hey,
do this
man.
commentary. So
Like I said, if I'm not traveling out of town, like I would always be here for you if you need me, man. Because it's like I appreciate this. I appreciate this room. I have a lot of fun here. They're all good people. You guys should come out and play when you get a chance. It's all
yeah,
good.
I got
and
a
fun.
great Great set of regulars here in the room.
Absolutely, yeah. Good people. That's what I'm saying. It's more importantly good people, not just good players, good people. That's even more important. Flowers raises it up to $22 with the Ace 10 offsuit. I think we might go 5 ways to this. I can see everybody calling around. Yep, Super Cat. It looks like she's gonna call it the Queen 5 of diamonds. She grabs it. She calls. Orion's most likely gonna call it the Queen Jack of clubs. Indeed. And I'm sure that by now Bruno's priced in as well with the King 5 of clubs. Five players going to the flop. Jack 8. And once again, we got Cam and Orion both flopping trip jacks. Orion is going to squeeze out the edge right now with the queen kicker. Super Cat does have a queen high flush draw. She does flop 2 diamonds. Needs one more one more diamond to complete it. However, it cannot be the 10 of diamonds. That would give Cam a full house. And even she won't catch it anyways because Michael Flowers folded the 10 of diamonds, so it's not going to happen. Cam gets a little bit of help. He needs a 9 now. We'll give him a straight. Oh, but right now, Orion does have the best hand. He does have the trip jacks with the queen kicker. Trish Supercat, she is thinking it over. It's $100 to call. And she opts to fold it. Looks like, yep, those cards going in the muck. All right, Cam needs some help right now. Does not get it. The queen kicker will play, and Cam is not going to. He checks. I believe he checks, so it should be on Orion now. Goes check, check. So Orion's going to win. He has the better kicker. 3 jacks with the queen. Or no. Yeah, 3 jacks with the queen. For Daryl in the chat tonight, I was gonna be there to play some chess, but I'm here with Lorenzo instead. But I will make it out the next Wednesday, I'm sure. Those jacks hit too much. They do indeed. Those jacks have been very hot tonight. Lorenzo, we gotta go play some chess at Daryl's club.
Oh yeah, I've thought about that for sure. If I could get one of these Wednesdays off, I'd join you for sure. And if I can get you one of these Wednesdays off,
yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah,
we're kind of at the mercy of that, but
yeah,
I was up there the previous weekend. It was good. There was a lot of people up there, and the food's always good. Boo Ray's is always good food. So for those who who haven't experienced Boo Ray's Cajun seafood, I recommend it.
And now that I live in the area, I'm close to it.
You're just right there by Crowley now, so you're not too far from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I grew up at Boo Ray's because I said I grew up on the north side of Fort Worth, close to Saginaw. So Boo Ray's is always right there off a boat club for me. So I've experienced it plenty of times before.
Yeah.
It's always been good. Now, Daryl, we'll make it out there though, sir. We'll make it out to play some chess. I'm looking forward to it actually pretty soon.
Yeah,
here.
with Kevin having been making advances here in this stream, I've been
Yeah.
making I've had a little more time to start playing chess again, and it's redeveloping that curve
Yeah.
has been
Well, exactly. Hand number 44. Moving on through it. Bomb pot. Yeah, here comes a bomb pot. Hey, Daryl recommends the chicken fried steak, guys. So put that on. I mean, unfortunately for Lorenzo, he's vegan.
Right, yeah.
He can't eat that, but we'll find you a vegan food plate
Sure,
dish
yeah.
for you. They got French fries or something. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure I can have something there.
Jalapeno gravy.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at this. Two players actually have aces. Both. I think Daryl has aces and Bruno had aces in his hand. They're both sharing aces. No, I'm sorry, Patty Mac. Daryl and Patty Mac share aces in his hand. We got Aaron here has a huge hand. He's got the nut straight on the top board. He's got middle set on the bottom board. Let's see what happens. He's got another set. He's still got the same straight, but improves to it. And also a set with a redraw. That's an interesting hand. Oh, I don't believe anybody has 9 jacks. So his set or his 10 high straight is still good, but he has 2 sets, a straight on top, and redraws to the full house for Aaron. So interesting hand developing here. The spades come through on the bottom board. Who has the spades? Anybody have spades? Yeah, Daryl made nut spades. So it's going to be a chop pot between Aaron and Daryl, I believe. If they go to the river, obviously Daryl's never folding. He's basically made the nuts on the bottom board. He's blocking the three spades blocks a lot of straight flush draws. So Daryl has the bottom board. Aaron will have the top board. It's on Aaron. He's debating what he wants to do. Nobody has the 9 jacks, so he's the only one with the straight on that board. He doesn't know that, obviously, but I believe he calls. I assume Daryl's going to raise. He knows he has basically the best hand for half his board. And there indeed is the raise. Daryl's going to go all in for 176. When players start showing hands in bomb pots like that, it usually means they're throwing right into the muck. Those are dead hands, and that's what they do. Cam folds, Patty Mac folds. It is back to Bruno. Bruno calls. He's not going to like the result, though, if Aaron calls, because Aaron is going to beat him on the top board. But what Bruno doesn't know is even if Aaron folds, Daryl will actually scoop him because his aces on the top board will beat the kings on the top board for Bruno, unless the graphics are wrong, which if they are, I'm mistaken. But either way, Daryl is actually scooping Bruno based on what we see here. Daryl has and then Aaron calls anyway, so it's going to be a split pot between Aaron and Daryl. It's going to be the 10 high straight, and it's going to be the ace high spades on the bottom. There they are, and they show them. And it's going to be chop chop, and Bruno will be the one who gets squeezed out of this pot. We gotta go try that jalapeno gravy as Daryl recommends.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I love gravy.
Yeah.
I love gravy. Yeah.
Now, there's definitely a dish out there I know for sure you can
There's
eat.
got to be at least one.
At least one or two dishes out there you can eat for sure. At the very least, we'll get you some broccoli and some corn or something.
Sure. I like corn.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't think I've ever had, at least in my like, as far as I'm capable of remembering, broccoli. I don't think I've ever had broccoli.
No, no broccoli?
No broccoli, no.
I love broccoli. Broccoli and squash, man. I mean, I need to eat more of it, but like as far as vegetables go, those are probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I like squash, I like broccoli. Spinach ain't too bad. Not my go-to, but I'll eat it if I have to.
Yeah, I like Brussels sprouts a lot.
Brussels sprouts for sure.
Yeah.
If you season them right with the
Oh, yeah.
salt and like
Oh, yeah,
put them in
dude.
some kind of sauce or something, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Moving on here to hand number 45.
Yes. In case you forgot, this is a poker stream.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I multitask with the best. I try to.
Yeah.
I'll get back to the hands eventually.
Sure. Speaking of hands, we are
Yeah, hand number 45. I just did it.
6 minutes away from our players breaking that table. We got about 21 minutes left here on stream.
I don't know. We'll be looking for to see when you come back. I understand we've all had to take poker breaks from time to time, myself incled.
Hunter, I think if I'm not mistaken, we had Hunter on stream on Friday during our Bomb Pop tournament.
Yeah.
So final table, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, like I said. I think anything of too much is, I mean, no matter what it is,
Right,
is
too
a
much
bad
of
thing.
anything,
You gotta
yeah.
have moderation is key in life. You gotta balance it, you know. I think Daryl has the best hand here with kings up and the nuts or the king high spade flush draw. Nobody has a 7, so Daryl he bets 25. Orion is actually drawing dead. He doesn't know this, but he is drawing dead if he plays. Spades won't help him. He won't make a better 2 pair, and he folds it. Good fold. He was drawing dead. It looks like it's gonna fold around. Yeah, Daryl's gonna win this pot. But it moves to Cam. We'll go on to the next one.
And 46 now, if I'm not mistaken. Then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Moving on along. Bruno raising it up to $15 with the ace 10 offsuit. And with a pair of 7s, what is he going to do? Just calls, looks like. Just calls 7s. Patty Mac calls a 6-3 suited in clubs, and Orion calls as well a Jack 9 offsuit. So we have 4 players going to this flop.
I see 2 aces.
And a king. That's
Yeah.
usually a. And if you don't have an ace, that's usually an action killer kind of flop.
Right.
Not many people continue after that. Once with Bruno with the trip aces, I don't think anybody else is going to probably continue with that one.
Yeah, Cam with the 2 pair.
Yeah, but Cam bets it. Bruno calls, obviously. And I assume Cam's going to shut down right here. No, I was wrong again.
Yeah.
It's not shut down. He bets like 35 or so, $40. All right, I'm going to bet you $10 he shuts down on this river card, unless it's a 7. If it's a 7, it's different. But if it's not a 7, I don't think he's going to.
I think he's going to play defense here.
Yeah, I think he's got a position too. Yeah, so, and yeah, then there's cards going to the muck. So, I didn't think he was going to continue after that one.
good.
What are we down to? About 10, 15 minutes left?
About 15 minutes left in the stream, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we've had some poker, we've talked some food, we've talked some movies,
Right, yeah.
obviously.
A lot of movie talk.
We talked
Some
some
TV talk.
some idioms, some expressions. What else did we talk about today? It's been a little bit of everything. A little
Yeah, a little bit of
a wide
everything.
eclectic mix of our conversation.
Yeah, chess, sports.
Yeah. So what? Do you think poker's a sport or what? I gave you my opinion. What's your opinion on that?
I would say it's a sport, yeah.
You think it's a sport?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the competitive edge. I mean, you could compete in anything, any
Yeah,
board game.
I
or
mean, you
anything
can
like
compete in
that.
Scrabble. I mean, would you consider Scrabble a sport?
No.
I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to say you're wrong or anything like that, but
I think if you could do so professionally, I'd say it's a sport.
I think I used to watch Scrabble on ESPN. I
you?
swear on my soul.
Scrabble on
I bet you
ESPN.
someone that could check and confirm this. That I remember. It's been a
Well,
while,
to be fair, you can do.
but I've
anything
seen
professionally.
Scrabble on like ESPN at one point, like a long time ago.
Yeah, you can do anything professionally these days if you really try.
Exactly. Another pair of aces, as usual, the most frequently pocket pair on the stream. I have not. Daryl's asking if we've seen chess boxing. I have not. I want to see this. Is this a
I've
hybrid?
never seen chess boxing.
Is this a hybrid like half chess, half boxing sport, sir? That we need to Google right now.
Chess boxing.
Chess boxing. I'm already interested.
Yeah.
He's already sold me. He's like, yes.
Is that gonna be every other week at Blu-rays?
There you go. Can you rent out a room at Blu-rays for the chess boxing as well? Oh my God, Supercat right here. She goes all in with the pair of kings top kicker, but Patty Mack has the aces and is gonna call, and they're heads up now, and Supercat's in some trouble. She's gonna need a king, a jack. She is going to need some kind of long shot miracle to stay alive in this hand. Deuce is not going to do it. One last chance. No.
No, doesn't get it.
Aces are going to hold. Patty Mac's going to win. And unfortunately for Trisha Supercat, she is going to lose that hand.
Yeah. All in. Let's see if she comes back. Not that much time left
Yeah,
for her in the stream.
Probably not going to come back with just like 10, 15 minutes left, but I mean, she might. We'll see. But chess boxing, we gotta
figure it out.
We gotta look into this now.
Yes.
Nah, he's piqued my interest.
Chess boxing. Curious about how it works. You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
Forget how it sounds.
I'm sure he'll explain to us when he comes in here.
Yeah. Daryl was one of the first to figure out that sort of stand pack with that 3K tournament.
Oh yeah, he did. He did he maneuvered that tournament very eloquently. I would like to say did a good job.
Win by knockout or checkmate.
Sounds like that could be either extremely brutal or extremely just.
Now is the boxing and the chess happening at the same time? And this is how you win by either or?
Or do you choose one game first and then default to the other one after the fact? Uh-oh, got another 7-deuce. Lorenzo, 7-deuce in the sand.
There we go.
Let's see what happens. He just limps in with it, though, I believe. Just a reminder, they are playing the 7-deuce game in the background. I think if you win with 7-deuce, they will play. Everybody plays a bounty. I'm sure it's like $5 or $10.
$5.
$5, okay. To the winner of the hand.
Our ladies stream plays 6-9 game.
Oh yeah, they play 6-9. Or as I call it, 96 to be more.
Sure, yeah.
I want to be. This is a PG show.
You don't want to
sir.
be awkward
Yeah,
about it.
I'll call it the 9-6 game.
They're very happy to call it the 6-9 game.
I know. I'm sure they're not bashful about it at all.
I think they did.
Oh, and speaking of which, he gets it done. Yeah, Seven-Deuce gets it done. Gets the bounty for everybody. Okay. So, for those who are listening, we have just been informed that chess boxing, you do like kind of round by round. You start a game of chess, and then you after a few minutes you box around, and then you go back to the chess game, and so on. So, mentally and or physically,
Right, yeah.
whoever
That's a sport.
whoever taps out first is not gonna advance to the.
That's a sport in either of our definitions.
I agree. I will agree with that. Chess boxing absolutely qualifies as a sport, for sure, hands down. There is no argument for me about that. Yeah, I'll have to get on the Instagram Reels or TikTok as well and try to look this up. All right, guys, we are wrapping it up here on the last probably 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Hopefully this has been enjoyable. Hopefully this has been somewhat filled with some action.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's been a good game.
King on the turn. So Rogelio, he turns the best hand. He has kings and sevens. He overtakes Aaron's, who had the 10s and 7s. Heads up here. Queen. Rogelio has the best hand on the river. Bets and wins. That's how you do it. Take it down. Lorenzo, is there anything else we need to tell the viewers, to remind them about coming up? Anything?
Yeah, we got a few tournaments coming up. Tomorrow night's Thursday night, 1,500 guaranteed tournament. Noon tournament every day at noon. $500 guarantee for that one. Friday bomb pot stream.
Okay. Indeed.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about, because we got the same tournament schedule every week, so we'll talk more about it as we wrap up.
Absolutely. Sorry, I was probably a little premature on that. I apologize. As Darren told me the other day, his advice in the bomb pot tournament was that you don't have to necessarily be too focused on the bomb pot. You can kind of maneuver without it, but it's probably a blessing and a curse in between the two.
Sure, yeah.
Supercat, actually, she did reload. It looks like she's still in this. She's grabbing chips as we speak. Has the money right there to hand to the dealer. She calls with the sixes. Orion calls with a king 10 suited and diamonds. But the raise comes in from Bruno. He raises to ace 5 of hearts. And now it's on Michael Flowers. He folds. Rogelio looks like he's going to call. Cam calls. Six player. Yeah, 5 players going to the flop. Decent flop for Orion. He flops an up and down straight draw. He has a Broadway draw. He has a king high flush draw. And believe it or not, he actually nobody else really flops too much. Turns a jack, doesn't really help anybody. Bruno's gonna make a play for it. He's gonna bet. It looks like 85, 80 bucks, $85. So he has the best hand right now. I don't know if he knows that he has the best hand right now. Orion still has a huge draw. He does have, like I said, the straight draw. He has the flush draw. He doesn't. Bruno does not know this. He's betting with the best hand right now. He assumes he's going for the steal, and it's Orion's shaking his head. He doesn't like it. His body language is signaling that he's just gonna fold this hand. Daryl says Sunday night bomb pot tournament is the funnest tournament of the week. Not sure why so many more people play than Friday. I would assume it's Sunday. At least that's probably a day off for most people to come play, as opposed to Friday. Maybe that's just they're still at work. I don't know, but yeah, the Sundays have been a. Are you saying that the Sundays have been a good turnout or not as good a turnout as Friday nights have been? And Orion does fold that hand, and Bruno wins with the ace high. Yeah, yeah. I would. It's just a weekend. I would assume more people can, they come out.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah, it's easier to get on a Sunday than it is to come after work and etc. But I don't know. But Sundays have been good turnouts for that tournament.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
think, and I do think a lot of the players want to actually avoid the stream.
Is that what it is too?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I know we use the stream as a pretty good tool to connect more with our players and make them part of this little
Yeah.
poker house community. But
It's good marketing and
yeah,
everything.
a lot of people are stream shy, so.
I don't disagree with that for sure. Everyone limps in 6 ways. 6-5 deuce rainbow. I think Patty Mack has the best of that there with a pair of 6s, king kicker. They're all sharing kings. Deuce of hearts on the turn.
So what does that give anybody?
Nobody.
Nothing.
Deuce doesn't help anybody, except I stand corrected. Rogelio, that deuce of hearts gives him a king high backdoor flush draw. So a heart,
Right.
he will make the best hand, but other than that, the deuce didn't really help anybody.
Man, it
Queen
doesn't
definitely
give it,
doesn't help
yeah.
anybody. So the 6s and the 6s will hold. 6s and deuces with the king kicker is going to be the best hand. I checks all the way through. Yeah, and there it is. So that is Patty Mack, I would assume, from that position. He is going to win that pot. Couple of king 3s. No bueno.
Yep.
It is what it is. It's going that direction. All right. Hand number 51, area 51. We're almost done here. Make sure he sets that deck down and resets that board.
Yeah, he's got to. There we go.
it's very temperamental, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes
there seems to be a sweet spot somewhere in
yeah.
right in that white rectangle there.
So what's the next movie you're gonna go see? What's coming out?
I have no idea. I still didn't get the chance to see Beetlejuice, which
I did see that
you
one.
did.
Yeah,
How was it?
it was good. I mean,
Yeah.
like it definitely felt like classic Tim Burton film.
Did it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Last
not
night
saying
I
it's not gonna like change the world or anything, but I liked it. It
yeah
was good.
last night I watched the first 15, 20 minutes of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Tim Burton's.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to beat that. It's harder to beat the original though.
Yeah,
on
and that one it doesn't even come close to standing on its own.
Indeed.
A disaster.
Patty Mac once again. Patty Mac once again
What
flops
a
the best.
disaster that
He's
movie
got
is.
Barrett Jackson.
It's there's this
Bro, he
interesting
the,
thing
but the
where
better straight draw needs
yeah,
a
let's
great.
talk about poker instead of
No, go ahead.
no, really. Um,
No, finish your thought. It's
okay, yeah, sure.
We know what's going on. He's got two pair versus a straight draw. We
There's
know
this
what's going
interesting thing where it seems like he's holding back on the Tim Burton style until they get into the first candy room.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
there's so many weird places where he just decides, you know what, this will be Tim Burton style, and it's just why hold it? It would have been much more effective to hold back on it till we get in there.
Okay.
And then just
I like that.
with the narration, there's some guy. It sounds like he's faking a British accent, but I don't think he is narrating the story. It's just weird, man. It's just a weird approach to the movie.
Yeah, you gotta. That's the mind of Tim Burton, though. You gotta go talk to him about that. That's not for me. Who wrote the book, man? I forget.
Roald Dahl.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and there's there's a lot of the Roald Dahl sense of humor in the Tim Burton one, but the
Pair of aces on this horse race right now.
yeah, I see it. It looks like that's the best hand out. I mean, it's going to be regardless.
Unfortunately, there's an ace out right there. You can see it with ace three of hearts, clubs, and right there, Cam flops a flush draw right there. Gets the bigger flush with the ace of clubs right there. The ace of clubs will win. So the aces actually hold up in this hand. Believe it or not. They don't make the full house, but who's in the 2 seed again? Do you remember?
2 seed is Aaron.
Yeah, it's Aaron. Aaron, as I said.
Yeah. We forgot the hyphen this time, but
Yeah.
that's normally makes it easier to read that it's Aaron.
Aaron, no. So he was losing on the flop, but he on the horse race he got there with the fourth club, made that ace high flush.
Yeah. And with that being the top of the hour horse race, that means this is the top of the hour bomb pot, which makes it the last hand of the stream.
All right, last one, guys. We appreciate y'all joining us tonight. I hope y'all had fun. We're sorry if we got too away from the poker for a moment.
Yeah,
but
we tend to.
It's 3 hours here. We got to talk
Yeah.
about a few of the topics in this world. So. Make this last bomb pot a fun one. Yeah, so I mean, like, I'm not saying rush to go see it in the theaters or anything, but when you get a chance to see it,
I would like to see it in theaters.
it's definitely it's definitely one of those theatrical movies for sure. It's kind of cool to see in the theaters.
I think the last movie I saw in theaters was It Ends With Us. So I definitely want a palate cleanser.
Of that one.
Yeah.
This first board here, we have 10, 7, 5 rainbow, and we have 5, 6 king on the second board with 2 diamonds. And let's take a look at the hands. Ten, 9, 9, 3. Don't see anybody who's flopped like too terribly strong, and I would assume that's correct because I went check, check. So now let's like reassess these hands. We got more flush draws, more straight draws. Anybody who has diamonds has a diamond flush draw on both boards. Who has diamonds in their hand? Do you see anybody with diamonds in their hand? Yep, Bruno has 9 high diamond flush draw.
There you go.
Michael Flowers has 8 high flush draw. Obviously lots of straight draws. I'm sure somebody has 2 pair in here somewhere. Yep, Supercat has 2 pair on the bottom. Jacks and 6s. 7s and 5s maybe. No, what else is in 5? Queens and 7s for Helio on the top board. Queens and 7s is also for Aaron. They both share queens and 7s. But still some people in. Lots of draws. I don't see any sets. Nobody has straights just yet. 6 of hearts and 3 of hearts. So it's not going to be any straights or full houses. Or, I'm sorry. There will not be any full houses or flushes. Let's see who made straights or 2 pairs and still have the best hand. Yep. So Bruno makes the nut straight on the top board. He has 8-9. 8-9 will have that one. And on the bottom board, the hearts get there. So I stand corrected. And Supercat, I believe, has the only flush. So I thought it was diamond, heart, heart. I don't know. I thought that because there's obviously all red cards on the bottom. So that was foolish of me. But so with no other further action, it's going to be the best straight, which is Bruno, and Supercat has the only flush, which will be the bottom board. But again, it's a modest flush at that, so it's hard for her to call because Bruno knows he has the best hand on the top board, and he bets it as such. It's going to be hard for anybody else to call this because nobody else has a very super strong hand. Ron wants to say a few words to the audience. Well, don't be dropping F-bombs, please.
Yeah.
I mean, we got jobs to keep over here.
We let him know how happy you were with the Saints win.
We mentioned you. We talked about how you broke down very correctly all the analytics about this Saints and the Cowboys and like why they won and why we lost and all that mumbo jumbo.
They're not.
Yeah, we saw that objectively. We saw it on Sunday.
And you know what? Their bad news is they gotta play the Ravens and they're desperate. Mark
Yeah.
Jackson's 2-time MVP, and you don't want.
Well, he could have fooled us from his first 2 game performances.
People don't realize. Same reason Dallas beat Cleveland. Their right tackle, their left tackle did not play.
For those who are hearing this right now, we're hearing more analytics from Ron.
Yeah, I'm
Kelly
not sure if you
about-
can hear him on our mics, but
Can't get a massage anymore.
Okay.
And listen, he had nothing.
Oh goodness gracious! So it's Supercat folds the flush. So now it's just to Ryan to call, and he's thinking it over. He's not loving it. He does have top 2 pair on the bottom board, which would be the best hand, but it's hard to call because he knows if he's wrong and he runs into the flush, he's going to get scooped more than likely.
yeah, he throws him away.
Does he throw it away?
Yeah, he just tossed him.
Tossed it, yeah. So
And
like I
Bruno
said,
wins.
it was tough.
Yeah.
Bruno had the best hand and he knew it, so he plays the aggression and just bets it and was fortunate enough that nobody had a strong hand to call the other side of the board and he wins the whole pot.
Yeah,
so,
he
well
wins
done.
that $235 bomb pot. And that is going to wrap up. That's the last end of the stream, and that's going to move us into just what do we got going on for the rest of the week. Well, Friday night we do our every week stream for our 1,500 guaranteed bomb pot free roll. We talked about it a lot earlier in the stream, and this is a fun one. Bomb pot at the top of every level. Similar buy-ins to the rest of our weekly tournaments, 15-minute levels, 20-minute levels. Sorry, my mistake. And it's a fun one. We do live stream it from the first table to last hand, and it is a good tournament to get in on. And that does bring us into the Saturday night tournament after Friday, which is the Build Your Own Stack tournament, which is what we've been teasing all stream. $3,000 guaranteed, and we made that guarantee with just 2 tables last Saturday. So
we did.
Yeah,
I was there. I
yeah.
saw it.
Yeah, with that $35 entry, it's going to start you with 0 chips. But these $10 add-ons we have, $10 for 10K. You can do as many $10 add-ons as you like, up to 100K in chips. And anytime you're under 100K, you can get another $10 add-on as well. At the break, we do have another $10 for 10,000 up to 100K add-on.
Yep.
And this tournament, obviously, you know, that $3,000 guarantee is a big draw for it. That first place payout was about $1,200 last Saturday.
We paid about yeah, 'cause I think we paid about 5 spots that time, or
Yeah.
4 to 5. But
Yeah.
it was a good turnout for. I don't think we had much more than for our first night. It was a modest entry of what 25 or so, or 30.
Somewhere
I guess
in
it was
the
closer to 30.
yeah, it was in the 20s if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Low 20s.
But it'll build upon that for
Yeah,
sure.
so-
So come on
yeah.
down.
Yeah, those add-ons are a great hack for our 20K free roll point series. Building your starting stack with those stamp cards. Each $10 add-on gets you a stamp, and so that's a really great way to build your starting stack for that upcoming October 5th qualifier. And the tricky thing about these tournaments is they're all hold'em, and so it's a great way to familiarize yourself with the game.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
these lesser played games like Congress, you can't jump into a Congress cash game without any experience really.
And not get brutalized.
Yeah, you'll just get brutalized and run over.
So it's a very cheap and effective way for a minimal investment to learn the game.
Exactly, yeah.
And get your feet wet.
And
for
that
sure.
$1,000 guarantee is definitely a good one because, like I said, Congress isn't quite as popular as Hold'em, at least here in the room, here in some other popular Texas rooms. But this $65 entry for $1,000 guaranteed Congress tournament, we got 15-minute levels. It's a great way to learn the game, familiarize yourself with some higher stakes poker games. Maybe you get yourself in on one of the cash tables. We are running free Congress cash tables for the entire month of September. And so, yeah, it's a great way to have some experience. Maybe get yourself in on that cash table if you feel like doing it. Mac, do you think of anything else to?
No, just thank you guys for being here tonight. Hope you had fun. Lorenzo, I appreciate you as always. We hope to see you in the room.
Yeah,
for
man,
tournaments, for cash.
I had a great time, man.
All right,
and
guys.
like I said, I appreciate you coming in and
Absolutely.
last minute helping us out with commentary. So
Not a problem, guys. Y'all have a good evening. We appreciate it, and we'll see you soon.